Hello! Has this thing actually worked? It all looks fairly positive. If you can... Oh man, I tell you what, we've only just begun this, and already the chef is annoying. I was not expecting this many subscriptions. Bless his bulgy face. So, if you can hear me, and I'm not too loud, and not too making weird noises, and going pop, pop, pop through a bloody pop shield or anything, do let me know. If not... don't just worry. I'm going to have to turn this off for the subscriptions already. I apologise, and I love you all for subscribing, but yeah, that's going to destroy us. Destroy us in a very, very real and physical manner, I feel. Let me think. If I press this button, and then press this button, that should now have stopped that. And we can live on in peace forevermore. Ah, dearie me. Well, this is a thing, innit? It's kind of like YouTube Live, except it works properly, or in fact at all. For YouTube Live will no longer accept any data I send towards it, which is very, very, very rude, and I don't like it. So yeah, this is going to be a weekly thing from now on. Mondays, 8 PM UK time, which is like 6 minutes ago. We'll be streaming some stuff for a couple of hours, and then we'll sleep for the rest of the week, because, you know, I'm sure there's nothing else anybody has to get up to in their lives. Ah, dearie me. So, I thought it would be quite good this evening to play a selection of different old games. And then I thought, you know what, screw that, I really feel like playing Space Crusade. So, we're going to play some Space Crusade, specifically the Commodore Amiga version. Incidentally, if you're wondering what the beautiful, beautiful plasma background and Glenn's vector, I believe, is the technical term for that, which is like a vector with some transparent stuff going on. That's from Demomaniac, specifically Demomaniac 2, I believe, for the Commodore Amiga. Is producing that for us live through an emulator. And I've completely cheated and stuck the processor speed up to about 5 times what it should be, so that it runs very, very smoothly. Because, I'm going to be honest with you, it doesn't run too well if not. And also, I need to remember, because I'm running 3 separate Amiga emulators at the moment to be able to switch between them, I need to remember to pause one before I go into the other, or it makes the sound go all weird. So there's something we've learnt today. Dearie me. And Booth there has an Amiga Forever emoticon. I am slightly jealous. That's very good. I wonder what channel you have to subscribe to for that. I'm guessing the Amiga Forever channel. Anyway, thank you for all the subscriptions. We've got loads of bloody things. It's amazing. And thank you to TF25131 for giving 500 bits. I don't really know what that means yet, but if I can spend it on chocolate, then I'll be very happy. And also to Buffalax for 469. That's a thing, isn't it? Somebody's hoping I'm running this off an E-Machines device. No, this is Gateway 2000 only. This is a Gateway house. God almighty. Still, it's better than Packard Bell, isn't it? Dearie me. So... I'm going to be playing some Space Crusade, which is a game. You probably guessed that bit. But it's based on a board game. It was like a joint venture between Milton Bradley and Games Workshop. Yeah, it was. It was Games Workshop, now known as Warhammer, of course. Changed their name a bit recently. So they teamed up and made a sort of game based on the Warhammer 40k universe, a very simple, simplified sort of board game with a hint of the sort of strategy game kind of stuff going on. Now, the reason it was made really is because of the... Well, they say because of the massive success of Hero Quest. I'm not sure, because I think it would have taken actually so long to have designed and got this game out. I think this may have been in the works when they released Hero Quest, personally. But Hero Quest, it was an absolutely astonishing game. Just a sort of board game, very nice plastic miniatures. You know, you got your barbarian, you got your dwarf, and you got your wizard, and you got your elf, and they're all going off into a dungeon to kill some naughty things. And it was super, super popular. Let's actually show you a picture of it. Here we are. That's what you got in the box with Hero Quest. And here's some people playing it as it should be done. Yeah, and you just made the stuff up as you went along. And it was like, this was the biggest thing in the world when I was a kid. Hero Quest was absolutely massive. Everybody had it, everybody playing it, really enjoyed it. They released expansion packs, God knows what. Needless to say, computer version came out later, blah, 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 released for all the 8-bit computers and the 16-bits, blah, 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 blah. But today we are interested in Hero Quest. No, Space Crusade, the other one. Sorry. So yeah, here's the box with weird cubes on it. I don't know, I took it from Board Game Geek. I apologise to everyone. Basically, it was set in a space hulk, as I believe they're referred to, a big old ship that's flown through the warp, I think it is, and been taken over by dark forces of chaos. And you have to go in and kill them all, because they're right bastards. And you have a team of Space Marines, and you go in and, shoot them up. And it's all good fun. And again, you got a lot of miniatures. It's such a cool physical thing. Space Crusade. It is unbelievable. Oh, and Lazarathor has mentioned, look up Why Hero Quest is So Great video on YouTube. Yes. That is a fantastic video. Everybody do that at some point. But preferably not now, because we're talking about it directly. Well, Space Crusade anyway. You can see there's a load of goblins, or... they've got a different term in 40k. Gretchen, that's it. There's loads of orcs, which are spelled with a K as opposed to a C. I think it's the only difference. Above them, you've got the Gene Stealers, which are the horrible tyrannid things, very, 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 very tightly copied from the Xenomorph from Alien. You've got some Chaos Space Marines. You've got a white thing that I don't think was in the game. Then you've got, your Space Marines on the right. Also, there was the Dreadnought, which is in the picture, but you can barely see it because it's camouflaged in the background, which is like basically id 209 from Robocop, but with bigger guns and chances of playing it. Chances of having different guns, should I say. You had to shoot the guns off, if I remember, and then destroy the shell itself. Can't quite recall. But yeah, there was actually an expansion released for this that I never realised. They're called, what was it called? Eldar Attack. I've had to write it down. Where the Eldar, who are like the elves of the future, come into it. There was another far more prevalent expansion called Mission Dreadnought. I had that one. You basically got a Dreadnought that could have 4 guns at once instead of 2. Oh, dearie me. Oh, and Corvus 2014 mentions, and the Chaos Androids. Yes, the pre-Necrons. This is true. Basically like robot skeletons. They are in the picture, over to the left, but you can barely see the damn things. Let's move over to see it being played. There we are. That's better. Anyway, it's all very dice-based, it's turn-based, you move around, somebody controls all the alien people, and all that, and it's all good fun. Now, the next year, it was released on all the bloody home computers, like all the home computers in the world. Oh, and thank you for 1,000 bits Twin Killer. Don't actually kill twins. That's like really rude. Yes, I will see you at the forum on Saturday, presuming we're both there. I'm planning to be. I presume you are as well. Quick mention, in case you've forgotten, if you're Norwich-based, Norwich Gaming Festival, at the forum on Saturday, I'm giving a talk. And then if you want to come along to Epic Studios on Magdalen Street at 7:30, we're going to be hosting the mighty... I think they're calling it the Norwich Gaming Festival Gaming Pub Quiz or something. Anyway, I'm hosting it with Did You Know Gaming, and we've also written all the questions ourselves. So it's going to be amazing. Oh, I hope it is. It's very hard to correctly sort of work out what type of questions to write when you don't really know the audience yet. But I think we've got a good idea. Anyway, back to Space Crusade. Oh man, Skittlebrow has an Alf emote and it is beautifully drawn. I need to stop looking at your emotes. I'm getting jealous of like all of them. Deary me. Oh, and MP83, I will sort out that Killjoy remake at some point in the next few weeks. But not tonight. Or am I lying? No, I'm not lying. It won't be tonight. So yeah. Here's the thing about Space Crusade. When it was ported to the home computers, it's very faithful. It is almost precisely an actual copy of the game. The only real difference is that you can only scan over a short area, although scanning is a bad idea, as we will discover when we play it, as opposed to the actual board game where you saw these sort of blips everywhere. If I recall correctly, I could have that wrong. I've not played the Space Crusade board game for many, many, many years. And the other difference is, weirdly, the Gene Stealers have been replaced by things called Soul Suckers. that essentially look like more generic aliens but with blades instead of hands. I don't get it either. I can only presume there was some kind of, I don't know, legal shenanigans. Of they sort of thought, oh no, it looks too much like an alien. Or is a gene stealer a bit too unpleasant for a kid's game? Well, no, if they thought that, actually, they'd have changed it in the bloody board game, wouldn't they? I don't know. I have no idea. But the fact remains, they are not in the game. And they only appear randomly on the map through encounters, if I remember anyway. So, we should probably get on and play some of this cursed thing, shouldn't we? That sounds like a plan. Right. It should now actually fade in. Oh no! Here we go. We should get the bad intro sequence. It just went, "Welcome to Space Crusade." Why did the graphics go too fast? I don't know, maybe it always did that on Amiga. I've actually only played this on Atari ST in the past, because I had an Atari ST at the time this came out. And it was a good game. Right, let's emulator am I using, asks Booth. The answer is WinUAE. It's always WinUAE. Right then, we're going to have English. Oh, bumholes! Don't worry, it's been hacked. You can type in anything, look. By the way, the music in this is absolutely fantastic. Written by Barry Veitch, or Veitch, don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm going to go for, no, Leach, not Veitch. I'm thinking of Joel Veitch. No, Barry Leach, or Leitch maybe, depending how he pronounces it. Did the music for Supercars 2 and Supercars, and it's all really, really quite fantastic. Right. By the way, if you're finding the background music too loud, do let me know. Yay. Right. I've got to remember how you do this. The first thing you have to do is pick your mission. Oh, yep, here we go. Seek and destroy. Yep, let's do that. If I remember, you just have to go in and kill and dread. Well, that sounds fine. Now we have to pick our Space Marines. If I remember, there wasn't a multiplayer or something weird like that. Right, so people are saying turn it down a bit. How's about that? And some people are saying it's not loud enough. And other people are saying it's a good balance. No, we can't possibly get it right for everyone. How's about this? Right, that'll do us. So, I've lost the cards here, so there it goes. Which will we be? Oh, everyone's always the Blood Angels. Oh, not the Imperial Fists, because his fist appears to be caked in blood, and I don't know what he's been doing with it, and that worries me. Let's go for the Ultramarines, because he looks like Tommy Lee Jones' dad or something. And they've got a banner with a Gretchen head in it. Or could be an Orc head. Can't make it out. Low resolution. Okay. And now... Oh, I don't know what that is. Is that for the expansion? Oh man, right. Back in the days before the internet, the DLC was literally another disc you bought, and I believe that is for the disc. The expansion wasn't very good. It was just like 10 extra missions with a couple of new aliens thrown in, and it was like stupidly over difficult, dearie me. And thank you for that subscription, Koos. That's very kind of you. Right. In we go. I think. Oh, it doesn't support to... Bear with me a moment. I'll just swap the disk because it doesn't support 2 disk drives. Why did things not support 2 disk drives? Yep, there we are. That's the data disk. It's in. Stop being naff. Oh, crikey. Right, let's try the other one. Hang on. Oh no. Don't tell me I pressed the expansion button. Oh no! What have I done? No! Right. Oh, I think I just got confused between the 2 icons there. What I'm going to try doing in that case is actually put in... I must have here. Must have somewhere. Man, that Amiga emulation is the worst. It really is. Right. Let us try and see if we've got... Yes, I do have the expansion disc. Right, I've put it in the drive. No, it's not liking that either. Well, this is good, isn't it? What? What is going on? This is really odd. Right. Right, this must do it. This must do it, surely. Well, I'm going to reset it and see what happens. The joys of emulation, dearie me. Right, reset. And I've set the floppy disk to maximum speed, so that should help. Thank you for the bits there, Gravelord Aaron. You're a very annoying person to come across in Dark Souls, I assume. Do you reckon Twitch would allow a sub-emote that is the Universal logo, but with Universal replaced with shit-ass, as seen in the 10th anniversary special? Thank you. No, is the quick answer to that. And the slow answer is definitely not. Oh, Marble Soup asks, what is Warhammer 40k? Warhammer 40k is, well, a universe in, well, from Warhammer. Warhammer was kind of a medieval, very Tolkien-esque fantasy setting. They then set one 40,000 years in the future. And in the future, there is only war. And there are space marines and things like that. Right. We're going to stick with this. And away with you. Away with you. Here we go. No, this is definitely the one for playing the game. That's definitely the expansion one. Right. Right, maybe this is because I've set the floppy drive emulation speed too high, actually. Let's try that. I'm going to be honest. I think the answer is no. Right, I got a plan. It's a very poor plan. I'll be honest with you that up front. But does this mean that we now have to find a different copy of Space Crusade and see if that works? Absolutely astonishing. You see, earlier on, I thought, you know what? I'm going to make sure everything's working before we actually start the stream. Didn't go far enough in to actually fully start the game. I thought, oh no, that'll be fine, that'll be fine. I may not have been correct on that front. Right, dearie me. Let's have a look for... Oh, here we are. I've got all my Amiga games ready here. I have multiple versions of this. Because, of course, whenever you get old games in ROM or disk image format, there's at least 1 million versions of all of them. About 40 million for this one, by the looks of it. Blah, blah. Oh, God, we're going to have to scroll through all the Space Quest games. This is going to take a while. There we are. Oh, God, there's a lot of versions of Space Ace as well. Bloody hell. Right. Okay. Plan slowly going through. Games. And I'll talk like a bell for some reason. Oh man, that's even annoying me. Right, Space Crusade. Death to you, Space Crusade. Which version am I killing? Cracked by FLT. Right, let's get another one. How about this one? ATZ. That sounds fun. Jolly fun. Right. What I'm going to do is now reset the old emulator. Or at least I would, but it's gone weird. That's really handy. Ah, got it, right. See, I've got that music stuck in my head already. That's a good sign, isn't it? That is a good sign. Good old Barry Leach. Good God. You'd think I could get his name correctly for being a fan on him. But there we are. Right, that one and that one. Hooray! Right. I'm going to tell it to reset. And now we may as well go back to it, actually. Why not? Ooh! Oh man, old school hack menus. Crikey O'Reilly. That was a time indeed. Oh, thank you for 1,500 bits. Comedy bastard, that's very kind of you. I don't know what I'll spend them on. Probably a real copy of Space Crusade. I can stick in an actual Amiga and then maybe it'll bloody work. Right. Oh, dearie me. Is it incredibly hot where you are today, everyone? Because it certainly is here in the east of England. Or wait, we get to hear the cool sound effects again. You know that's just like the bloke in The Office who can do funny voices, isn't it? See, on the Atari ST, that actually did work properly. I wonder if there's something up with the emulation, but I did double check and all the settings are normal, so it shouldn't be. But you never know. You never know. Thank you for that information, Marsh Limited. That's fantastic. I'm very pleased to hear that. Ah, dearie me. Right. This will take a little while to load. Oh, no, it won't. Hey. Oh, here we go again. I'm just going to press return. Not going to mess with it. Right, Ultrameans. This is going to work. Is a lie I'm telling myself. And... Oh, hang on. Hang on. No, this may actually be a thing. It should be a thing. There it is. No! No, Kumin says, is emulation speed still boosted from the spinning cube thingy? No, it's a separate emulation with its own settings. But that is a very sensible thought. Well, this is useful, isn't it? I wonder why that doesn't work. Well, I have a plan. There is always a backup plan in these situations. And the particular backup plan we shall be going through today is called Play the Atari ST version instead, because the Atari ST emulators are a lot more reliable. Dearie me. Right. This sounds like a thing that can be done. What I'm going to do is kill that off. And I'm now going to make sure I've actually got the game for the Atari ST. This is quite important. Oh no. Oh, dearie me. I've just remembered something. The problem with Atari ST games, or particularly the old-fashioned pirated ones, is that they tend to come on menu discs. And so rather than having the name of the game in it, it will be like Automation 43 or Midway Boys 102. Yes, there was an MS-DOS version. Somebody mentions, yeah, it's really not good. And it's virtually impossible to play on a modern PC, which is extremely annoying. Yeah, that means I have to look up which disc the damn thing's on. But we can do this. I have the skills and the information. Well, the skills doesn't require a lot, really. You just have to kind of look something up. Ooh, Earfold says Midway Boys 93 had a particularly hilarious menu. I'm going to make a note of that and then have a look later. I'm going to write it on the back of this receipt from when I had my guttering cleared. How exciting. Midway Boys 93. They'd always have like custom artwork. In fact, the custom artwork, especially from the Midway Boys, was quite often based on Warhammer stuff, which is a thing. Right, Crusade. I've got like a huge spreadsheet with everything in. No, Indiana Jones, not straight. Right, it's on debug 51, everyone. Right, we're going to get there. Because the problem is I've got all these versions of them, which are like really exact copies of the original discs. Now, there's a massive problem there, which is, of course, I would then require the manual to get past the copy protection. Do you see how that works? Oh, dearie me. Oh, Piotr Holbjorn says, hey Ashens, next month the Bloodborne figure comes out of Japan. It looks great. It does, doesn't it? I have it on pre-order and I'm really bloody looking forward to it. Right. Debug 51. It was 51, wasn't it? Did I say 51? Yes, I did. Because weirdly, on the Atari ST, the people who would pirate the games were much better at compacting information than the actual game publishers. Also, game publishers would generally release things on a single-sided disc or multiple single-sided discs as opposed to using double-sided discs in case people had really old computers, because the first Atari STs only had single-sided drives. And also, it takes a bit longer to load if you're decompressing it, so, you know. I think there were various reasons why they didn't fit more on a disc than they did, but it was crazy. Things like you would buy Space Crusade on 2 discs, and then you'd get seen like this Debug 51 has got Jimmy Barnes Soccer Space Crusade on it. It's got like 2 whole games. Absolutely bizarre. Dearie me. Right. debug 51. I shall copy this into the correct place, or if not, we shall get absolutely nowhere. Here we are. Marvellous. And there we are. Right. Now, using the powers invested in me as somebody who happens to have an emulator handy, I shall attempt to... oh, hang on. I've just copied the game and immediately forgotten where I put the game. That's got to be some sort of... Oh, here we are. Yes! Yes! And thrice yes! It's all good, gentlefolk. Right. We're going to stop this. Stop. There we are. That stopped. And we are going to go over to... sources. Oh! I've just remembered. Atari ST emulator is really awkward. There we are. Whoop! And now it's full screen. And now, finally, we get to play the blooming game. I really hope. Right. This is kind of annoying music. Anyway, Space Crusade. Unfortunately, Barry Leach's music will be massively downgraded to use the old ST sound chip, which is a shame, but the graphics and everything else should be pretty much identical. Yay. Joystick? Who on earth would play this game on a joystick? It's a top-down strategy. Yay! There we go. Half the colours, but at least it's all in time. Also takes up much more of the screen. Oh, he was shouting again. Now I am worried. Right, I'm just going to make sure this is in the centre of the screen, actually, because I'm not sure it is. Whoop, that's better. Right. Do. I might have to turn the volume down a bit for this one. It's the same tune you get in the game of the other one, but yeah, it's really not sounding quite as good, to say the least. Bum, bum, bum. Right. And we're back in. Yay! Right, we're going to the Ultramarines. Oh man, this was clearly a game that was developed on the Amiga and they just knocked down the amount of colours. I mean, look, they've just kind of lost the Orc's head entirely there. Right, here we go. Ready for insert data disc. Yes, StarQuake 64. You took the words right out of my mouth. The good thing is this was only on one disc, so hooray. It's really annoying, that little emulator frame around the outside, but it would take me a lot of fiddling to get rid of it. So, yes! Oh, we're Blood Angels. Why? Oh, don't tell me that what I thought selected it actually deselected it. Right, let's find out. So, this is the man in charge of the team. Commander Fielding. His weapon is a power glove and a power sword. You definitely want to pick this. In the board game, you could pick from several weapons, and this is just the best one by a country mile, to say the least. Has the music just stopped? That's bizarre. Oh yes, hang on, that's my fault. It's because I'm about to do this. There we are. So everybody knows what the game is if they've just turned up. Right, let's open this door. There we are. How do we work? Yay! Right. How many moves can you... I'm trying to remember how many squares you could move. Nope, just the one, apparently. This is odd. I've really forgotten how to play this. Right. Oh no! I see what I've done. You don't move one square at a time, you tell them where to go at the end. Right, so who have we got? We've got Ordellan. He has an assault cannon, which is like an absolutely lethal bloody great minigun thing. Fargo has what we in the trade call a missile launcher. It launches lots of missiles. You can walk on top of other people. I've forgotten that. Osmond has the... Oh, that was a plasma cannon, I think, which sort of shoots in a straight line and injures everybody in that line. And poor old Tenza just has a bolter, which is the very standard gun in Warhammer 40k. Right, that'll do. Now, there's a thing... Oh, I've just realised something. Yeah, we've got a second team. So when you cover them up, that actually means they're coming on the game, not they aren't coming on the game. This is very confusing. Also, there's an isometric view, which you can see here. Generally, you only see that when there's some action going on, like shooting, being shot at, all that kind of gubbins. So, I think we're going to have to restart and actually start it with just the one team, aren't we? Blimey O'Reilly. Thank you. I'm glad this disc is no tribble at all, because we're having quite a lot of tribble on this stream thus far. But we're going to get there, guys. We're going to get there. Ooh. John Barnes football. Not too worried about that, to be honest with you. No, inexplicably, it was not accepting one to start. What? What's going on? No, that's weird. Right, I'm going to have to reset. Right, something happened there. Go on. Yes! Woo! That had me worried there, guys. I'm trying to remember what the Atari ST sound chip was called. Can somebody remind me? YM something or other. YM2, I don't know. Oh, we get to see the shouty man again. The problem is they're kind of shooting the wrong way because there's a dreadnought coming up right behind them. I love the way he starts to shout again at the end. Oh, I'm not going to shout. I've already done it once. Right, here we go. This should bloody well work. So only the Ultramarines are coming this time. And here we go. Really wish I could have played the Amiga version, which was the lead platform for this. Very frustrating. I have no idea why it was just not accepting the disc. Right. There we are in the top right-hand corner. I suppose the plan is to go... Right. I'm going to show you something now that I don't normally do, and I probably won't be doing again. Which is... Oh, no. I can't yet. That's odd. Well, when it comes up as an option, we shall do it. Right. You, mate. Open the door. Yay. I think we're going to walk up to the door and not yet go through. Oh, bloody hell, there's a Gretchen bugger. Right, this is problematic already. Fortunately, they are the weakest in the game. And we can probably slash them up quite easily. Let's have a... Yes, there's nothing else down there, right. See, you can do a thing where you... I don't know why, but it's greyed out, so it's this here, which makes like a little scan pulse come out of one of your guys. The problem with it is, and I mean the big problem, is that once you've uncovered the blips of where the enemy are, they start moving against you. Whereas if you just walk in and discover them yourself, they don't do that. Right, well, you can't get all the way down, so that's ruined everything. You. Nope. Is that... There we are. That's what I wanted to show you that I should not have done. Because, dear. YM2149. Thank you, ZX Guesser, mate. Thank you. Right. Oh, right, this is useful. Carlos can get in. Now, he's got a knife on the end of his old bolter there. I think he is going to hand against the Gretchen. I have rolled one when he has rolled nothing. Well done, Carlos, you careless. The Goblin has rolled 1. I'm going to be honest, Carlos. I'm beginning to wish I had shot with you instead. This is going astonishingly badly. We found one alien, the weakest in the game, and he has shot us up. Ah, dearie me, dearie me. Right, next turn. What is this? Oh, he's got a medikit, a blind grenade. Oh, I'd forgotten they had things like this. That's interesting. What's he got? Medikit. I think they've all got medikits and blind grenades, really. Medikit. He may have more. He's the man in charge. Nope. Medikit, blind grenade. Can you lob a blind grenade at him? No? Nothing seems to have happened. Oh well. Okay. Destroy the lone android on board, says the mothership. Thank you, Mothership Commo, which I presume is short for communications. Also to Wild Bunny, thank you for that astonishingly large amount of bits I've just spotted there. That is very kind of you. Right. What's it doing? Nothing? Nothing? Also, the blobs haven't moved. Maybe I've just remembered this game completely, but wrongly. Wouldn't surprise me. Right. Walk down here and use your big bang stick to convince this Gretchen that killing your mate is a bad idea. A 1. From a maximum of 6, we got a 1. It was enough. He's gone now. Let us never speak of him again. Why does it look like all the Space Marines are carrying giant courgettes? I really don't know. Ah, dearie me. Right. I'm going to open the door. This may be foolish. And I'm going to move him right next to whatever it is. Oh, it's a Chaos Space Marine, I think. Right, hand to hand, for that is all you can do. However, he gets all the dice in the world. Reroll score, yes. Reroll this one, please. Oh, 3. He's never going to defend against that. With his measly 2 white dice, which aren't as good as the red ones. There we are. Up yours, Chaos Space Marine git. We will find this dreadnought. We will destroy this dreadnought. Then there will be no dreadnoughts. That's kind of the way that works. Right. You wander over there, mate. You go here. And you are stuck there for the time being, I believe. Because you've already moved, like. So how do these blind grenade things work? You can sort of select one. Oh no, he did use it! Oh! Ah, right. Maybe that's why the Gretchen didn't get a turn last time. Because, yeah, because the blind grenade went off. You see, could have done with some kind of, you know, visual feedback, or perhaps a little bit of text. Tell me what happens to now. Oh, Panic Witch, you have made a very good point here. Yes, we should point out the dice are weird. They have like zeros on them, and they go up to like a maximum of, I think the white dice go 1 and 2, and the red dice go 1, 2, 3. There we are. Right. That'll do for this turn. We've already had too much fun. Let's see what happens. And you've stepped on a booby trap! Well done. Oh, thank goodness he didn't die. That could have been much, much worse. Right. It's time for you to run down here and immediately regret it, because there's some crap in the hallway that I thought were Eviltons, and instead there is a Space Marine. Can you shoot him from here? You can. Bang. Oh, beautiful! No, it's not. That's an orc. Or at least it was an orc. Now it is an exploded orc, which is the best kind of orc, frankly. Oh, just a hair. There is no inflatable crown emote because the subscription emote is an inflatable crown. Or subscription badge. I don't know what they call them. Anyway, that's used up 2 of the assault cannon there. The assault cannon you can sort of spray things with. Blow that one up as well. This weird pile of dung, which is just sitting in a spaceship for some reason. They need some scutters or something to take it out. Right. Commander Goldstock. Not yet, darling. Marine Short. Your job is to go here and shoot that, which should blow up. Oh no, you can't shoot the blips. There we are. Oh no, that is absolutely fine. That's plenty good enough. I think anything above 0 blows us up, if I remember. And the missile launcher hits like a 9 square, as in 3x3 square. 3x3 squares, therefore leaving no. Right. Not to worry. Commander Goldstock will go up and convince him of the evil of his ways, using his many dice, which he can re-roll. Yep, I think he has a defense of 0, and yeah, 1 dice defense. You had to beat my like 6 with a maximum of 2. That wasn't going to happen, was it? Good, I'm happy with this. It's going a bit better than it was earlier, let's put it that way. Right, and you may just, I don't know, come around here or something. Hart, so let's learn their names. Hart has the plasma cannon, Short has the missile launcher, Campbell has the assault cannon, and Goldstock is the commander, which means A, he has the best weapon, and B, he has like 6 life points where all the others only have the 1, which is a bit crap. Right. Mech assault is happening. If I remember, that means all the robots get harder for a turn. As we haven't got any robots, not too worried about that. Right, shall we do a... I was going to say, shall we scan? Yeah, go on then. Oh, the commander has a huge scan range. This may not have been a good idea. Right. I think I'm going to manoeuvre everybody into position before I do anything. You, come down here. You. Can't walk very far because your weapon's heavy. It could take several turns to get everyone in position at this rate. Of course, because our other fast trooper is dead, where the Gretchen took him down. I'm saying that right. It is Gretchen for goblins in 40k, isn't it? Right. I think we're just going to leave that here and see what excitement occurs. Communications malfunction. I don't know what that means, but it's probably going to be awful. Oh yeah, they do. The bloody blips do start moving. Oh, should not have scanned. Right. Oh, and there's a soul stealer or soul sucker or whatever they were called. I left my dick in my other pants, which is an amazing thing I just said out loud. Yes, it's almost exactly like the board game, only a very different thing. Oh, it used to be Gretchen, but now they just say Grot. Oh, interesting. No, that's a perfect score for defending against a Grot with a knife. Yeah, he did a bad thing. Oh, blimey, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's alright. It's got to be above a 2 to kill him. Whew. Never have I been so happy to hear a ricochet noise. Well, he's missed entirely. We should point out that much like the board game, I've just realised in the isometric mode there's no diagonals, so nobody's facing each other when they shoot. I've totally forgotten that. So that we should point out that there's no like distance taken into account. So if you're right next to somebody, then you have as much chance of missing them as if you're 100 miles away. I know that makes no sense, but there we are. Right, these things are bad news. The old soul suckers. Yeah, the orc's all right. Gretchen. Oh yeah, I could have clicked on it where it said Gretchen. But anyway, we're going to call them Grots from now on because apparently that's a thing. You are going to have to take care of the evil. What is it called again? Soul Sucker? Yep. Yes, we need more than that. Ah! 2! You might lose a health point here, mate. Oh no, it messed up badly. Yay! Good, that thing's gone. I'm pleased, because that is a proper problem. Just like XCOM, says that old 122. Yeah, oh man, love XCOM so much. Right, can you shoot him from there? Yes, you can. Good work, do that. Oh, he's rolled a 3. That's quite handy. He's gone. I think I can now use the remaining points, yes, against other targets. So he's just managed to shoot and spin around and shoot him as well. That is pretty good. Zotmeister says, in Car Wars, a machine gun fired at the ground has a 50% chance to miss. There's an image for us. Right, anyway, good work. You have done good shootings. Now you can not run in there yet because, you know, there's that orc in there being a naughty. Oh, right. Okay. Right, I've got a problem here because my only other gun's a missile launcher and there's somebody standing right next to the orc. So basically, it's all on your head, Hart. And you did well. You did well with your weird space laser gun. Congratulations. Marble Soup asks, have you played Willow, the game based off the 80s movie? No. There were 2, weren't there? There was an arcade game, which was a very... I was going to say it was sort of very arcadey, obviously, because arcade game. I'm trying to remember if it was any good or not. It was alright, I think. He plays Willow and Mad Martin and that. And there was like a home computer game that was more strategy based, had a lot of sort of digitised screens from the film in it. I think that is all I know, I'm afraid. Well. Right. I think we're safe to go in there. Is there anybody else in this room that we have not yet seen? No, it's all good. In you go. I'm really missing the Amiga music, which is weird, because I've never technically played the Amiga version, but I've listened to the music a lot of times over the years. Right, that's it for this turn. I am not, I repeat, I am not going to be using any more of that damn blip thing. Especially because if I remember, the Dreadnought doesn't show up as 4, it only shows up as 1. So you can't even use it to find the bloody Dreadnought. Android fault. It's your fault, Android. It's all your fault. It was going so well, but no. Oh dear. Oh, I didn't realise they could shoot us from here. This could prove problematic. And thank you for subscribing, Skelly Corp and James Wand. And my dick just fell off. That's the name of somebody who subscribed. That's not a thing that happened. Right. What is my favourite soundtrack of any game? Jason96. The answer to that is Bloodborne. And it is an unbelievably fantastic thing. Oh my god, Vinny the Vole reference. I hadn't realised, yes. Your fault, Android. Right. Not the operating system. Right, let's see what is the most efficient way of wiping these accursed... No, we are going to call them Gretchens. I know they've done away with Gretchens now, but these are Gretchens. Look, it says and everything. Right. I think Assault Rifle Billy is going to come in. I'm going to keep him at a distance so the others can get in front if necessary. Can we shoot? Oh, he can't. He hasn't got a line of sight to the other one. Bugger. Right, away with you. And your weird jerkin. Oh, Ludwig's battle music. Drakar. Yes. 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 And again, yes. That's probably the best music in Bloodborne. That's saying a lot. Oh no, it was the other Gretchen that was getting in the way. Pyong. Port. Man, I really wish there was like a modern version of this for a tablet. Imagine that, using the touch screen. Oh, it'd be amazing. Right, there is a blip there, being all blippy. I don't think there's anybody else I can shoot as yet, which is fair enough. Cancel that. No, that's not working as a cancel. I think no. Click that instead. There we are. Right. I suppose move out. Give us some defence from the rubbish, evil blip that's coming. Also, there is a turn-based thing, incidentally. You know how it's saying amount of turns left. If you run out of turns, you done gone screwed the pooch. And that is the end of it. Oh, Reese Horrigan says Games Workshop have made similar games for Android. They have. They've made similar ones for iOS and Android, I believe. And, oh my goodness, I loved them. They did a version of Warhammer Quest. Warhammer Quest is something that came after Hero Quest. And they did... Oh, a really good... Oh, I can't remember the name of it. It was for the guys who did Mercenaries. It's basically a 40k one. Death Squad or something? Oh, I can't remember. But it was very good, and I enjoyed it a lot. But unfortunately, it was a little bit sort of keen on the old, DLC, not DLC, in-game transaction, microtransaction gubbin horribleness, which I did not appreciate. Right. Just to... oh dear, what was that? That was an attack out of nowhere. Didn't see that. Oh, it's another Gretchen. Great. Go on, do your worst. It's almost impossible for you to actually do any damage. You rubbish thing. There was, after Hero Quest, as many of you will remember, they came out Advanced Hero Quest, which we got really into. It's like... It still keeps a lot of the board game elements, but has proper RPG stuff going on as well. And they also did an advanced Space Crusade. I didn't know that until really recently. And I don't think it was very good, reading between the lines, because nobody seems to think much of it. Didn't seem to sell that well, and they reused parts of it for something called Tyrannidus Tac or something shortly afterwards. Reused all the little miniatures and stuff. But yeah... I still like to play as a matter of interest, but I imagine there's like only 3 of them on eBay and they cost £1 million. Right, I'm moving him out of the way because I'm sure these guys can take care of this blighter. Shoot before you move, mate. Get rid of him. Nope, that is perfect. He's got a targeter on it, which means he gets to reroll a dice. Lovely job. Right, move up, mate, move up. Thank you, Galactus, for subscribing with Twitch Prime. I should mention, if you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch account and subscribe to this channel for free, which means you get to use the emotes, and I get like a small amount of money and it doesn't cost you anything. So that's great. Mad Sniper 44, you've never played a board game? Good grief. Good grief. You know what you should do? You should get a board game and you should probably play it. Silly Rat, thank you for the subscription. Right. Let's get into this. Somehow. Nah, end of the turn. Out of ammo. Oh! This is a terrible thing to be out of ammo. He's gone to the crap bolter weapon. Which one have we lost? We've still got Short. And we've still got Campbell. So we've lost the plasma cannon. Great. Just bloody great. And thank you for subscribing, Faithless Theologian. And Mitami. And Eamon. I'm going to have to stop saying these. And Cheese Pizza. We're getting a lot of subscribers. And the Yunners. And Did You Know Gaming? Wow, that's very good of you. Thank you, Did You Know Gaming. I appreciate that. That'll be lovely Daz, or lovely Greg, or lovely Matt, or maybe all of them combined in their giant Zord they have. As I said earlier, if you can come to Norwich, 7:30 PM Saturday, Epic Studios, come see our quiz. It's going to be great. And if it isn't great, we'll pretend it is, because we do things like that. Right. Let's have a look at this situation. I think I'm going to just walk him here, not too far in. He can now see if there's anything in here, and there is not. There is nout. Wonder where the Dreadnought's going to be. I reckon one of the big rooms at the bottom. I think, yeah, we're going to head towards the bottom. What I'm going to do is look on the map here. I'm going to come down here, then get... Oh, no, I'm not. It's a blood dead end. We're going to go this way. We're going to snake round and out through there. Right. Go on, mate. Martin Short. Good friends with Steve Martin. And... there you go. Oh, at least he can move further with his gun that can barely kill anything. Mental notes, do not attempt to use it in hand-to-hand combat. I seem to remember that the bloody great knife on it was useful. It's not. It's exactly the same as hitting him with a lump of assault cannon, basically. Right. Turns 38. Psychic attack. Great! Absolutely great. I'm really glad we're being attacked by things that aren't even tangible anymore. Corvus 2014 says, did you know that Games Workshop publishes some extra rules so you could play as orcs and even have Gene Stealer hybrids as enemies after Space Hulk came out? Cool. That's a good thing. I seem to remember buying White Dwarf, which is the Games Workshop magazine, because it had more info in about Space Crusade once. Or was it? Oh, it might have been Advanced Hero Quest, actually. That was getting it for. Can't remember. Anyway. Right. Just run down. Go on. Run down and see what's going on. Oh. Oh, that door's open, isn't it? Ah, doors! The most lethal of all things. Right. Can you get a shot in, mate? Because you've got a gun that isn't a load of old pups. Yes. I get the feeling this is going to work quite well. I'm going to shoot behind him. Because, you see, it affects a 3x3 square. That was a weird way of saying it. Yay! Good work, Short. Your giant courgette, or as somebody said earlier, that's pretty much just a marrow, has done the work. Right. Marsh Limited says, I got your book, Ashens. I want to know, when did you do more talks like Hair Razor, the worst game ever made again? I'm doing another talk this Saturday. I do one every year at the Norwich Gaming Festival. Although it's not going to be about something as interesting and as exciting as that, because I haven't found anything else as interesting and as exciting as that just yet. But if I do, I shall do a talk on it. But it may take years. Weapons jammed. Great! Anything else? Right. So that means he can't fire this turn or something, if I recall. That's useful. Right. I see, I'm thinking, should I check in here in case the Dreadnought's in there while we're walking past? I think the answer to that is pretty much yes, isn't it? Oops, I didn't click on that. Clunky interfaces. Right. You open the door. Oh, it's one of them. There's a bloody surprise. Remove it from this universe, please. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ooh. Oh, I can't quite read it. Etleston, is that? It's very bright green. Did you ever read any of the fighting fantasy dice-based books like The Warlock of Fire Top Mountain? Yes, I have an almost complete collection of Final Fantasy books. Maybe we'll do one on stream one day. That'd be a thing. Be interesting to set up the camera. And thank you for subscribing, Galby3000. That is very kind of you. Right. I'm beginning to think we could probably have Chef Excellence with subscriptions on in the future, but at the moment it went a bit berserk earlier, as many of you will remember. You may as well stay there, Goldstock, because there's nothing you can really do until your slow old team catches up. Well, actually, no! You walk over here, and then while the team are walking to this door, you can check out this dead end and destroy anything that happens to be in there. Hey, see? Strategies or something. Right. You've all moved this turn, so that's the end of that then. I'm not using that damn... Oh, got the master door controls! Yes, this is great. It now means you can just, for the rest of the game, just open any doors wherever you feel like it. That's useful because sometimes the aliens stand in the doorway when the doors are open, and the doors are massive, deadly bulkheads. And crush them and kill anything in one hit, even the Dreadnought. Right. Oh, there's an orc. Let's convince it of the evil of its ways. Oh, bloody hell, there's no diagonals. Let's just close the door. No, I'm not going to crush myself in the door. This is problematic because you're also blocking the line of sight for anybody to come and help you. This could have gone better. Ah, well, it's very unlikely the orc is going to be able to hurt him. So, there we are. Do you know what? I'm just going to walk him down to here just in case he can shoot through. Because you can walk over other characters. Can't shoot through them though. Ah well, it was worth a try, I feel. Come on, Campbell. Stop making your soup. Get with making soup out of your enemies or something. I don't know. That wasn't a very Warhammer 40k type phrase, was it? Right. Thank you, Zagrabista. I recognise your name from somewhere. And thank you, Spam1701. Right. I'm trying to think of the relevance of 1701. Star Trek, maybe? Maybe? Right. Mothership scan. I think that now means if you the next time you press the scan button, it gets much better at the scanning. Oh, he's going to move in. Well, I am going to do what any good commander would do in this situation and run away. Run away! Because I want these guys to shoot at him and then it doesn't slow me down. There we are. Come on, Hart. Use your pea shooter. It just literally shot a pea. That was the most feeble thing I have ever seen. Go on, Campbell. Show him how it's done with your horrifying Predator-style diddly gun. Ooh, Shattenmensch says apparently they made a better game than Space Hulk Deathwing in '92. Deathwing. I've not heard of this. When I'm saying that, it sounds vaguely familiar. Deathwing. I've managed to write that out so badly I couldn't actually read my writing. Tremendous. Right. No, do not be shooting your mates. That is considered a badness. Right. Not opening any doors yet, because there's going to be some bad people. I reckon if I put these two with heavy weapons right above the door, and then open the door, I think good things will happen. That emote of my logo actually looks pretty good. Quite pleased with that. Right. Let's see what happens. Whoa! A soul sucker appears out of the floor or something and gets a free attack! Bloody hell. Fortunately, he's attacked like my most lethal hand-to-hand unit, so it did not go well for him. Go on, let's reroll one of those for no reason whatsoever. Happy with that. Right. Time to open a door before we have the master controls. Nothing appearing on the scan. Interesting. Right, you're a bit disposable and shite. You run in, mate. Nope, literally nothing in this room at all. Well, that's exciting. We've got to find this dreadnought before too long, or we'll run out of time and look like a right bunch of Charlies. Go on then, Mr. Ball-bearing head. Alias Muse asks, will there be a handjob fairy emote? I'm going to be honest, the answer to that is no. Partially because you couldn't get enough detail to really make that work. Music is cool, says Jess Lewis Castaneda. Tell you what, mate, or Jose, sorry, Lewis Castaneda. I tell you what, mate, you should have heard the Amiga version. Oh, dear. Anyway, if I play this, I'm going to see if I can get that running on something later and see if, just in case we ever stream this again. I'm going to be honest, I'm not planning to stream this again for quite some time because we're going to be playing it most of this evening. Right. I think I know what to do here. All you can do is walk up to the door, so might as well do that, really. There's nothing. Incidentally, if you were wondering, there is nothing in this game about. Sorry, I've just seen something in the chat which totally knocks me off my. Do I need a hand with Amiga emulation? No, thank you, Dana Chrysalis. I was there when they invented bloody WinUAE. It all works fine, but it's for some reason could not pick up the second disc of this. I don't know what that is, and it's extremely annoying. And thank you, Demon of Gaming, Bushman G1, and Geek Meets Twitch for subscribing using Twitch Prime. Except two of them weren't Twitch Prime. Bushman G1 was a tier 2 sub. He gets to use the Chef Excellence emote, which is astonishing. Whatever happened to the development PS2 game you sent over to Did You Know Gaming, guys? Oh, Explosion Royale, yeah. That's still a thing in the world. Yeah. There's not much to be done with it, to be honest. I kind of showed it off in a video, and yeah, that's kind of it, really. It's just a very early alpha build of a game engine, really. Oh, the Yunas. No, this is not C64, mate. This is the Atari ST version. There was a Commodore 64 version, but much fewer colours, much lower resolution. And this, the SID chip is a sort of slightly dirtier, grungier sound. This is a... somebody said earlier, I can never remember the name of the YM chip in this. Ooh, who wants to shoot first? I don't think it should be Campbell. I think Campbell should walk into the corner and see if there's anything else in the room, because he can spread his fire. There wasn't anything else in the room. Oh well, you go by now. I'm pleased with that. Right. No, did you not use it? Oh, would you? Oh, it's annoying me because the cancel button doesn't work as cancel for that. It just makes the map go mental. Right. You get down here, mate. You get over there. $21.49, $21.49. Thank you, Mentus. How are you doing, my friend? There is an emote coming, but that emote has not yet been approved by Twitch, because all emotes have to be approved by Twitch to make sure you're not uploading a picture of your bum. Or if you are uploading a picture of a bum, that it meets their stringent bum standards. Right. What's going on this turn? Oh, nothing. That was easy. Do more of that. Right. Open the door. No, that's not the door open button. Come on, guys. We've got to get this dreadnought. Great. Fan-dabby-dozy. Right. Well, I suppose the thing to do is to blow up this damn thing. Oh, God, no. That's like enough to destroy the universe. Oh, look at that. Missile launcher, missile launcher. There's been a distinct lack of Tyranids so far, says Matt D. Well, Matt D, my friend, I'm going to be honest, there is a Tyranid, and it's the Soul Suckers, which should be Gene Stealers, but for some reason renamed for the game. Oh, there's nothing, absolutely nothing up until right the other end. Look, that's very odd. Oh well, may as well just wander on out, I suppose. We're going to check these 2 rooms in the bottom right first, I think. I'm not going to split the team up to do it, because that involves their deaths. Oh, Monifa Akmanet says, I've been watching you since the Terminator skin toy, watched your videos ever since. Oh, thank you, sir. The Terminator skin toy, incidentally, I saw 2 of those in the Office of the Nostalgia Nerd recently. He's got the modern one and also the old Arnie Schwarzenegger version. So it's the Terminator Salvation and the Terminator 2 versions. A little bit of trivia for you. Right. I hate that grinning face of that alien bastard who's running this. Right, may as well open this. How far in can I get? That's probably good enough. Oh, yep. Oh, blimey, right. We have the Chaos Commander. Oh, balls. Oh, balls. So, just see that Leston said, if you ever get rid of your brown sofa, will you cut it up and sell it on eBay? I got... Oh, Nymphina. Yeah, you're right. Gene Stealers were not Tyranids at that point. You're absolutely correct. Can't sell it on eBay. Yes, it's kind of happened, but more news on that soon, because I got rid of part of it and I literally cut all the skin off it, so to speak. Well, upholstery. But I like to think of the sofa as a living being when I cut its skin off. Yeah, maybe not. Right. Go on then. Can you take out the Chaos? No, you can't. 2 isn't enough to take out a Chaos Commander. To get that pew sound effect, which is a bit feeble. Oh, balls, the heavy weapons guy can't make it out. Right, you get over here and shoot the Orc. Do not engage the Chaos Commander, because you will end badly. Oh, bloody hell, there's 2 Gretchen together. You've missed the Orc. Right, we're in trouble now, guys. We are in trouble. And thank you for subscribing, the Random Genius 42 and Travax. Right. Has he got enough line of sight here? Oh, maybe. Oh no, because everyone's it. Yes. Oh yes, 4 is enough. No, keep that. Good work, mate. Good work. The marrow has done its job and blown the living potato out of the Chaos Commander. Oh, this is a 100% run, says Signal Age. No, it is not. Right. Can you make it down to the Gretchen? No. You can run in here. The chances of the Gretchen's pathetic guns injuring you are slight, and you have many healths, and we've got some med kits and some stuff as well, so... Oh, bloody hell! Oh no, he did kill him, that's alright. I thought we'd got the same for a second. That would have been frustrating. I just got a internet security thing about GPDR. That's great. From an antivirus thing that I'm not using when I get my new computer. Right. Right. Nothing else we can do here. Oh, not another random soul sucker pops up and just kills somebody. Ugh. Oh, Vanguard Who says the Ultramarines became a bunch of dorks. How? Tell me why. I do not know enough of the lore. Oh. Oh my god! You just beat it to death with a marrow. You are amazing. I've forgotten your name. I think it was Short? Oh, there we are. Just shoots his mate in the back. They really needed to put in some diagonal graphics in this, didn't they? Oh my god. Ooh, that was close. It requires more than a 2 to kill a Marine. Ooh. Oh, I've had the plasma cannon guy. Well, I do have the plasma cannon guy, but he no longer has a plasma cannon. He's just standing there like a useless. Right. Well, You shoot him. Then he will have been shot. Oh, well done. Games Workshop hired a new lead writer for 40k to turn the Ultramarines into the ultimate John Doe Mary Sue chapter. What? John Doe is like an unnamed corpse. in America, and or an unknown corpse of an unknown person, let's say that. And Mary Sue is like idealized self-insertion fan fiction, isn't it? I don't know why I said fan fiction, because it has to appear in something. Well, does it? I don't know. It's self-insertion, idealized self-insertion. There we go. That's a better way of putting it. That's impressive to do that with a whole chapter of people. Right. This is unnecessarily dangerous running in doing this, but I have faith in Campbell. I have faith in the way he's totally ruined this and missed entirely with an assault cannon pressed to somebody's head. Did you know gaming says, I remember switching the view in this game blew my mind as a kid, the detail. Oh! Gonna be honest, I remember it being more impressive at the time as well. Right, this is a problem because Missile Launcher Boy here can't hit both of those at once. Unless... Oh, I got a plan. Got a plan, right. Run around here. No, don't attack yet, actually. Let's see if Short, who, let's face it, is getting most valuable player at the end of this, can use his missile launcher on this square, so therefore avoiding all us. Oh, he has as well. What a man. What a man. What a courgette. Look at that. Oh, fantastic. Really pleased with that. I thought we were in trouble there, guys. I thought we were going to have ourselves a bit of the old death, but no, we have done well. And as a direct result, Marine Heart is going to stand here. That's how they celebrate on Heart's homeworld of idiots. Right. He's got to report in. Oh, that means he can't move the next turn or something. You know, he's pretty scared of his commanding officer. If it's like, I'm firing off all these G-Sealers. Report in. Okay, I'm going to report in now. Right. We can actually open the door remotely, can't we? Very useful skill, that. No, there's nothing in there. Go on, you can walk quicker than everybody else. Heart. Have a quick run in, mate, and just make sure there's nothing. So there was something. There were, in fact, 2 orcs. Okay, take that one out. When I said take that one out, I didn't mean literally take it out for a meal and then give it a nice massage afterwards. I meant kill it. Right, Campbell. See if you can succeed where he fell. Oh, why have I just hit the close one? What a stupid thing to do. Because now... Oh, no, it doesn't matter, he missed anyway. Well, this is going well. Bulletproof Billy the Orc. You can get the further away one. There we are. Of course, Short succeeds with enough power to destroy the universe. Oh, Mensky is making a really good point that I nearly did a what honks my chuff bit on once. Stupid people now totally misuse Mary Sue to describe overpowerful character that comes out of nowhere. I mean, Mary Sues do tend to be that, but the self-insertion thing is important. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Mary Sue is quite obviously an idealised version of the actual author. So it's weird stuff like people said Rey from Force Awakens was a Mary Sue, and I'm like, what? You think J.J. Abrams is... what? I mean, if you think the character's OP, fair enough, but don't use inapplicable terms, because that weakens language for all of us. Oh, I've just remembered he's calling in, isn't he? Great. Great, great, great. Do you know what? I'm just going to seal Hart in there with him. Sorry, Hart. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dear. Hello, Nerd Cubed. How you doing, my friend? How you doing? Oh, you've got that inflatable crown stuck in your head, so you're not doing well. Right. Oh, thank you, Jed1984, for your lovely Twitch Prime subscription, which cost you nothing, but gave me enough money to buy a Mars bar. Just kidding, Mars bars are so expensive now. And Sparrow9612 correctly says the original Mary Sue is a terrible character in an early Star Trek fanfic. Yeah. Would you describe... Oh, fanfic of a sort. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, dear. Mad Sniper says, I thought Mary Sue meant a female character dependent entirely on the other character. Nope, nothing like that whatsoever. Nothing like that whatsoever. And thank you, Yamastain, for subscribing. Right. I'm not going to go into hand-to-hand with it, because that seems to involve my own death, and I don't fancy that. Oh, that's not enough. Heart, you are a disappointment. I think what I'm going to have to do is just open the door. And because these guys are too slow, I'll just get them going. And the commander can just run in. Mutilate this bugger. And everything's done. Annoyingly, his nice... I can't remember what it was called. His little targeting computer thing that let him re-roll dice seems to have gone. That must have been equipment malfunction earlier. Right. Let's get out of here, boys. Mama's got some stew on the stove. And there's a reference literally nobody is going to get. Right. You haven't moved yet, have you? Oh, yes, you have. I moved you in. It's you who hasn't moved. There we are. And now I can close that door remotely. And that happened to me once. I remember fiddling with controls or something and being distracted and crushing 2 of my own Marines. That's not going to happen today. Auto defences. Oh, God. Someone's going to get shot. Yep. Ooh, that was... Ooh. 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 That was close. That would have really annoyed me, actually, if somebody just randomly exploded on my team. It's one thing I hate in real life, when people randomly explode. Anyway, let's get in. Ooh. Hey Ashens, are you going to play Mechanicus? It's an upcoming 40k game. It's kind of like this. He plays a cyborg engineer priests. There's Space Marines, and you fight Necrons. That sounds bloody great. I'm going to look into that later. Steam paused while I write this out. Mechanicus. I do like me some 40k. Not a fan of the normal Warhammer. I don't have anything against it. It's just so Tolkien, isn't it? You know, it's so... You know what it is. But it does have some cool stuff in it. I like all the Nurgle stuff, because that's deeply unpleasant. So, in fact, yeah, when it gets to the demon stuff, I think Warhammer has some really good stuff going on. Right. Yes, Random Genius 42 says, congrats for clearing that hard section. Your reward? A slight chance of explosion. Yeah, that's great. Right. Oh, bloody wars. He's going to get him this time. We've been so lucky with these random soul sucker appearances. Oh no, he's missed entirely. Oh, come on. Well done. Well done. Oh, it's Short again. Short is like, he's the killing machine. Absolutely fantastic. Right. I reckon there's going to be a lot of squit in this next room. I may actually do a scan, because there's not going to be much around this area. So I shall have a bit of a tactical scan, I reckon. Right, Short. You need to get in. Campbell, you need to get in there as well, mate. And as the person in charge, you must hide behind everybody else, apparently. Right, I'm not going to scan until the start of next turn. I'll start moving. Auto defences again. Great. Fortunately, it's against the commander who has hit points, so... And he hasn't lost any anyway. Elcor101 says, what do you mean by Gene Stealers are not Tyranids? I think at the time this was made, they hadn't kind of... Tyranids didn't really exist as a concept. They were just Gene Stealers as a thing on their own, and then Tyranids were written in later. That is my understanding and my memory of it, and it's probably wrong, but there we go. Right. Ooh, shit, son! It's the Dreadnought in the big room at the bottom. Was it always in here? Because now that seems a bit... Oh god, Rockhead Rumpel 69. David Firth reference, plus 10 points. Ever play the RTS Baldies? That's more of a great games you've never heard of. I've heard of it. I can see a screenshot of it in my mind. Didn't enjoy it much, I don't think. But... Right. Right. And again, right. Okay. Heart, as you are a man of rubbish, you can just run in there. So I don't care. Oh, bloody hell, it's a Chaos Space Marine. What weapon's he got? Oh, bloody hell, he's got a missile launcher. Oh! Look, just take out the Gretchen. You're too weak to do anything else. Oh, you couldn't even manage that. You couldn't even hit a barn door, my friend. A barn door. Oh. I've just said, remember, we haven't seen any androids so far, have we? Well, didn't they only appear as random encounters or something? Right, Short, you are the man. And you can hit both the Dreadnought and the Chaos Marine. And the Chaos Marine has the same gun as you, so it's all good. And you still have your targeting computer. Oh god, we're going to have to re-roll that. That's not going to do anything to anyone. Oh, Short. Well, you couldn't be perfect forever, my friend. Pew. Right. Campbell, mate. Move down here. Oh, bugger, I can't get the Orc from here. You're going to have to go for him, because I've just grouped all my bloody... oh, no. So I've just realised I've grouped 2 of my Marines together when we're fighting somebody with a missile launcher. I've just realised I could close the door. Oh, dear. Do you know what? I'm actually going to. You get out of the way, because just in case... Mr. Missile Launcher comes in. Well, I'm going to be honest, Hart. You were good with the plasma cannon. When your plasma cannon went, you became extraneous to the Emperor's needs. Mothership, come on. Yeah, we know. There's an android on it somewhere. We haven't found it. We don't care. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well, Hart. We've got the comedy smoking boots. And that is the end. Good. If anyone's going to come hand to hand, I would prefer it to be him. Oh, blimey. This has got interesting. Oh, that's quite a good one. For, oh dear. We could lose. Oh no. Oof. Ooh, that was close. Nearly lost somebody there. So that is a draw. Nobody dies in the hand to hand. Hence why you hear that ping sound effect. And now... Oh, the Orc's having a go at him. And the Orc has failed miserably. I seem to remember all the Orc models had big machetes, but... Oh, when I said the Orc has failed miserably, I was looking at our own dice roll. What a perfect time to lose it. Oh, God. Now he's getting the full force of this. Oh, well, he survives. I hope that's a... Yes! He blew up his own correction. Good work, you daft apeth. Oh, no, the crappy guns that are stuck to the front of it. Monifer Akmanat, yes. I don't play a lot of tabletop RPGs these days. Yes, I'm aware of the 40k ones. Used to play Space Hulk back in the day. Right. I think the plan is get out of its immediate line of sight and shoot here, which will affect both of those blighters. Yes, definitely reroll score, because that's useless. And it's still useless. Our luck does seem to have left us somewhat. Right, I've got a weird plan here. Run around here. Kill the Orc. And then I'm going to close the door. And my plan is... Yes! The missile launcher guy will hopefully then indulge in some hand-to-hand as opposed to using his missile launcher. Booby trap. Oh no, 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 no. Whew. Oh bugger, I was not expecting the Dreadnought to walk in. Oh, it's just given birth to like an Orc that's coming around the back. Great. There's this... Oh, blimey. Oh my god. Oh, I'm going to lose a lot of hit points here. That's the noise a Space Marine commander makes when injured. For the Emperor! Right, what is your health like remaining? 2 out of 6! Right. The first thing you're going to do is walk right next to this guy, get your med kit, and use it on him. Why hasn't it worked? Why hasn't it... Oh, yes, it has. Oh, thank goodness for that. Right. Hand to hand him. It's all we can do. 5, that's not bad. 4, yes, it's going to lose one of its weapons. Oh, and it's going to make the same noise, which is great. Do, 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 do. Incidentally, if you're wondering why I'm not shutting the door, because it'd just be too easy. I could literally close the door now and the dreadnought would instantly die, but in some way, that doesn't feel as much fun. Oh, I can't fire. Okay, that was a little bit cheaty, maybe. Not really, it's still within the rules of the game. There we are. But yeah, couldn't find me missile launcher. And I didn't fancy getting hit with that missile launcher guy. Right. We still got to find this bloody android. I'm not sure we've got enough time to. Ah, right. This is a bit more interesting. I mean, he's got a missile launcher. What does he do? He tries to bang me on the head with it. Well, I've got a power glove and a power sword. Ugh. Ooh, that was close. So we've got to get, if I remember, you have to get back to where you started to complete the mission. How many turns have we got? I have to be clever on this. Yes! Nice. I don't know why I'm so excited about winning probably the easiest dice roll in history, but there we are. Ah, marvellous. All hail the immortal God Emperor. Right, short, mate. You may have to go on a bit of a hunt on your own. Oh, here we go again. The reason being, I may have to get the commander who can walk quicker back to the base. Mind you, if we go up around the side here... See, it's difficult. We really want to get this robot as well, so we've done it 100%. Android fault. Your fault, Android. Right. Come on, Commander Comstock. Presumably you were the bad guy in the Bioshock Infinite. Oh, bloody hell. There we are. Get this pile of dung. Nice. I know you find this some horrible psychopath, but we've already got rid of the Chaos Commander, we've got rid of the heavy weapons Chaos Marine. Yeah, I think we're mostly good guys, I really do. Oh, you're going to shoot, that's handy. Right. Lure of Chaos, no! Whew! That turns him into a Chaos Marine. If I had lost short in such a way, it would have broken my heart. My heart, friends. Right, I really should pay attention to how many turns I've got left next time. Right, open that. Do you know what? Bring it on! I think the chances are the robot is in this room. Just going to run in. No, it's all rubbish. Right. Good, that'll do. Unless, of course, it manages to get two. It did not. Right. I think what I'm going to do is not move anybody else, because that's the end of this turn, kind of. Oh no! We've lost short. Oh, short now only has a bolter, which is useless. Well, at least he can move quicker, I suppose, near the end. Oh dear. Well, thank you for those 200 bits, Skellycorp. Couldn't get the donate to work. I think it works, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Right. I've got a weird plan here. See if you can actually kill somebody with your pathetic putt-putt gun. You can! Thank you, rodent of the Asterwaste. I shall check out the hardcore punk stroke crust stroke math rock album dedicated to me on Bandcamp. My god. I'm making a note of that. Bandcamp. Wonderful sound. Strange shape. That is the perfect name for it, isn't it? Strange shape. I'm finding this game weirdly compulsive. It's as clunky as hell due to the quite obviously ancient interface, but it's working for all. Oh no, come on, don't know. Oh, he didn't manage to kill the orc. A disappointment for all concerned. Well, I'm just going to walk up there. And that'll do, really. 10 turns left. Bugger it. Just got to run for it, I think. Oh, man. Right, I've got a strategy. Ooh, Chaos Marine. A Chaos Marine has attempted hand-to-hand. Hand-to-hand with the guy with the power glove and the power sword. Oh, dear. And he's gone. That was very, very foolish. What's the orc going to do, do you reckon? Oh, nothing. He's just going to stand there. Alright then, we'll get going. Nice to see you, mate. Oh, hang on. Who's this swine? Oh, there's a Gretchen up the top. Right. Can you shoot him from that distance? You can. You may as well do that. Technically, you have to have a pop at the orc, but the chances of him killing the Gretchen are about 0, as thus demonstrated. Just shot it off into the ether. Into the warp. Right. Bugger it, I'm just going to run for it. We haven't got much time left. Another orc. Oh, where is this android? Oh well. Let's see what occurs. Oh god, we're being shot back. It's a rarity. Ah, Guchon says he wasted so much time on the C64 version of this. Yep, solid version, I believe. This is getting quite crunchy in the old audio now. He almost appeared to be coming out of the walls. Says Did You Know Gaming, yeah. Rocket Rumple, are the soundtracks larger than the graphical assets in this? No, because it's chiptune, so the soundtrack takes up almost no space at all. However, the Amiga version, that may be true. Right. Shoot that goblin. Shoot him. Shoot that Gretchen. Shoot that Grot, whatever they call them these times. Oh, look at that. Oh, Favor says the Specky version is the only one with isometric movement. So it makes it better in all versions. True, but if I remember the isometric, it wasn't particularly clear what was going on in the isometry in the Spectrum version, did it? And thank you for subscribing, Graham Parks. Bless your heart. Right. Do you know what? Let's just run. Run away! And you can do the same. Oh, there's another Chaos Marine. Oh god, it's not a... Actually, before I move... No, just a normal crap gun. But you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Go on, might as well kill this swine on the way through. It's a hobby, innit? Did you know orcs reproduce through gas clouds? I did not know that, cornflakes leet, but wow. Shattenmensch, definitely go for the Amiga version of this tune. It is easily found. Right, close the door. That'll confound them. That won't slam down at all, actually, but there we are. Got the master door controls again. We've got a spare one in case something happens. Orcs are fungi. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, he's coming in. Thought he might. Oh, he's not going for the commander in hand-to-hand. What a berg. Oh, I was hoping it'd stop and I could close the door on him, but it didn't happen. Oh no! How did you fail that? Dearie me. Just wait until the Inquisitorius hears about this. So how many turns remain? Oh, I missed it when it said. It would be nice if I actually told you that in general, really, wouldn't it? I'm going to scan. For no reason. Just check there's nobody outside that door, really. Well, you can shoot, or you could attempt to kill the Gretchen. I'm going to shoot the Gretchen because I think hand-to-handing it is just too damn dangerous. Right. Now what do we do with this one? I really think I am just going to run away. This will not be a good time to accidentally close a door. Close that one. Just out of politeness. Stop the cows escaping. Oh dear, Just a Hair asks, what's the best way to get super glue gel out of clothes? I'll be honest with you. You're kind of knackered. You're looking to really do is sort of scrape at it. You're not going to be able probably to use much on it to sort of remove the glue chemically that wouldn't damage the fabric, which is a shame. And that's solvents for you. Right. Oh! Can you hand-to-hand a pile of dung? Yes, you can! Well done. Yay! Oh, no, it's still going to be blocked, isn't it? Oh, well. No. The android! The android has been found! Yay! Right, if we can get that and then get out of here, then gettings will have been got. And this will be a victory for all concerned. Oh, can't do a whole lot. It'll be fine. He's lost a health point. Oh, bloody hell. Maybe it won't be fine. Ooh. Soul Sucker. He's not a gene stealer. Has rolled a 3. This is not good. Oh, I've rolled 5. Ha! Screw you, hippie. That's the end of that. God, they look rubbish, don't they? Look like a badly drawn gene stealer with knives for hands, literally. Android's having a pop with his weird gun. That is the only thing in the standard game, if I recall, that has 3 white dice. 3 white dice. 3 white dice. See how they run. And thank you for subscribing with Twitch Prime, Zombie8. Or Zombate. Right. Ugh. Okay. I think Short might finally be in trouble. Yeah, he's looking pretty surrounded, and they're all hand-to-handing him. Can he beat the one of the orc? Yes, he can! Even with a crap weapon, Short lives on. Good work, mate. Oh, the Chaos Space Marine has got a 0 if you defend with anything. Yes, a 3. You could give Short just an empty packet of cereal and it'd still manage to kill them by the looks of it. Absolutely astonishing. That is a really good point, that everyone in 40k is hunched over all the time unless they're Eldar. What about the Tau? They kind of are as well. Oh, I missed the dice rolls. Oh, bugger. I wasn't looking. That was your bad luck. You fought valiantly, Short. You did fight valiantly. Ah, well. You go boom now. Oh, no! We haven't got the amount of turns. Oh, no! No! We don't have the amount of turns for this. Goldstock's lost 3 health points. Oh, my goodness. Right. Well, I'm going to have to keep moving and fighting, obviously. Or I'm not going to make it back in time. Oh, crikey. Oh, I shouldn't move that far, because now the android will probably try and shoot at me instead of coming in. That might open the door. Oh, the Gretchen will open the door. Oh, oh. Come along, then. Oh, I can kill the orc or something. And the Gretchen is probably going to die here. I was right. Hooray! Oh, no, 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 no. How many turns have we got left, guys? I have not seen. Well. Oh, I've forgotten there's bloody orders you can do at the start of a turn. You can issue orders. Oh, bloody hell. Totally forgotten about that mechanic. And that, my friend, is how doors work. You know what? Sod it. Just going to go for it. Oh, nice. 5. Be almost impossible for it. Well, not impossible, but yes. Right. So, it's all down to, can I get there in 4 turns? Equipment malfunction. Oh, good. That's wonderful. That'll help us. Fire! No. Is there one called run really quickly? No, there isn't. There's just... that's the only one I have. Fire. I don't even know what that does, because you don't tell me. Right. This looks like a job for getting out of here as quickly as we possibly can. Turn 1. Turn 2. Oh, bloody hell. We would be the one that's the furthest away, wouldn't we? Oh, God, this is going to be tight, guys. Can we get that thumbs up power glove icon as a remote? I'm going to start a petition. Thumbs up for power gloves. Right. Which is the quickest way? Oh, yeah, through here. Reach docking claw this turn. Oh, not a bloody soul sucker now. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 not now. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, man, we lose 1 point, but that's not enough to... Whew, not enough to kill us, fortunately. He's down to his last health point. And that idiot stood in the doorway, so I can tell you what will be happening to him. This is our final turn. We have to get back to the docking claw. And we bloody did it. Didn't get to crush the soul sucker, but never mind. You have won the mission. Your team scored 209. Congratulations. That was a heroic performance which has impressed the highest officers of the Imperium and has them discussing your bravery in the officers' mess on board the mothership. You have been awarded 3 honour badges and have my appreciation for wasting the alien scum. The Imperium are pleased to hear the report that you successfully completed the primary mission. Yeah, we completed the secondary one as well, about the robot. Do they not care about that? Oh my god! I'd totally forgotten this. It's all for you, Short. All for you. Logged for Imperium records on a fucking Polaroid? What? What's happened to the Mechanicus Adepticus that they're using bloody Polaroids? Oh, that's great. That is great. Oh, man. Oh, right. That's absolutely astonishing. Right. I am now going to switch back to this rather beautiful thing here. Do you know what, actually? I think I'm going to take a break very shortly and get what we in the trade call a drink. I shall be back in a few of your Earth minutes. Then we shall have a chat, and then we shall play another game that does not take anywhere near as long. Back in a moment. Hello again. I apologise for the lack of music. I haven't sorted that out for that as yet. But I'll probably use a really beautiful tune like that annoying hold music I always use for everything. So, what's been going on while I've left? Well, I ate a couple of biscuits, as we were in the presence of the Lord of Biscuits. It only seemed fair. Right, what's going on, guys? Let's have a bit of a chat for a short period of time. Let's, no, not Squidge stream. We've streamed Squidge before, and it's awful, and it doesn't quite work. Do you know what? I'm going to have to stream it again at some point in my life. Okay, we'll do it at some point in time. There we are. That turned around 180, didn't it? MP83 wants Jeff Minter's Psychedelia for intermissions, please. I do love Psychedelia, but not at the moment. I think I'm going to switch this stuff up. So I might have Psychedelia in the background sometimes. Sometimes I'll have this Demomaniac thing going on. All that kind of stuff. Is a pink wafer a biscuit? I would never, ever attempt to define a biscuit whilst in the presence of the Lord of Biscuits, for he truly knows what is what on such things. Can I play Turrican on stream? Asked Cornflakes Lead. I could do. I'm a big fan of Turrican, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, so I probably wouldn't. Oh man, Dana Chrysalis says, how about Moonstone, A Hard Day's Night with the crazy death animations? I've already got Moonstone planned. I love Moonstone. Now, while I was streaming, I got some texts from friends, and one of the texts was from a friend who saw me playing Space Crusade and said, do you know what? This made me get out Space Crusade and play it on my Amiga, and it wouldn't accept the second disc on his actual Amiga. He says he suspects the disc is corrupted, or maybe there's been some strange shift in the universe where now no copies of Space Crusade on the Amiga will work in any way, shape or form. But that doesn't sound, like a feasible thing, but who knows. What? There's apparently in Nottingham there's a museum and pub based entirely around Warhammer? Absolutely bizarre, my god. Tetrom says, just play Dark Souls and gank new players. No. I did briefly play Dark Souls Remastered, but it's just exactly the bloody same as when I used to play it on PC with the DS fix and all that. And it's kind of, been there, done that an awful lot in the past. Plus, I really stupidly, played it with my original Xbox 360 pad, because it was the only one I could find quickly, and it's worn away to almost nothing, and you can't even run forward straight correctly because it sort of lurches left and right. And then tried to fight the gargoyles using a pad which you can't rely on which direction you're pushing. And of course I tried to roll to the side at one point, and instead it rolled forward and got hit with something, and I was like, I nearly won as well. It's the most angering thing in the world when you die to Dark Souls and it's not your fault. I appreciate that technically was my fault for using such a knackered pad. But anyway, it's in the bin now. Oh, dear me. Uncle Yu asks, I recently had to use Koikatsu, technically a hentai game, but has a brilliant character creator stroke poser for a school project. Did you ever make a machinima or the like? No, is the answer to that. I don't believe I ever have. And that thing sounds unholy. Nataki says solid 60 frames per second frame rate in Blighttown. I know, right? I know. Bloody hell. Oh, God. Ben M 1991. I know who you are, I think. Remember Cyber Candy? They've gone bust. Shit, son. They were like a big shop in London that sold... Well, actually, physically wasn't that big, but it was quite large. And that sold American sweets and stuff. Oh, God. And again. That's kind of sad. One retro console you could never do without, asks J45ON96. The answer, of course, is all of them. I must have all of them at all times, just in case. How's Twitch treating you? Asks Nerdcubed. It's really good. It just works. Unlike YouTube, which just didn't. To say the least. So it's all been fairly positive in that sense. People donated more money, I think, through YouTube than they do through this. I think. I don't really remember. But that always felt weird, so I'm not complaining. I really can't read this light green text on the background. Etiesta says, is there going to be a longer tribute to Carl on the Ashens channel? He should put up a video of his best bits on YouTube. We did wonder that, but it would be a relatively short video, and we had short turnaround. I don't think so. I think we're going to have like a permanent memorial to him, so to speak. We're working out the form of that, but I have an idea. OJ Chan asks, did you get OBS running? No, I'm still running bloody XSplit, which is, it's better than it used to be. It still doesn't quite work sometimes when you press buttons. It just doesn't happen. And that really annoys me. I should check into OBS, but I've cut this bloody license I paid for XSplit now. Oh, thank you. PRH99. Oh. It's still freaking me out the way a Chef Excellence pops up. No, do not donate money. That wasn't what I was saying there. No. Right. Any updates on my Snups page? Asks a Blue T-shirt guy. Right. Yes. I need to get around to photographing a whole load of new stuff. Is there any modern game I like from 2010 to 2018 that isn't Dark Souls? Loads of them, but I'm really crap at thinking of things like that off the top of my head. Minsky prefers the OBS, right. That makes me think that's important. Yeah, Bloodborne, I know that's kind of in Dark Souls, but that's probably my favourite thing. But yeah, quite a few actually. I'm going to start playing God of War soon. I'm quite looking forward to that. As Nerdcubed basically said, it's like the best thing since Sliced Everything. So I'm genuinely looking forward to that. And thank you for subscribing, DSA89. Oh man, see, the chef thing's quite good when it's just an occasional, but it was kind of berserk earlier. Panic Witch says, you've talked about terrible old games that I've probably never heard of, but what terrible old computers I've probably never heard of either that you want to talk about? Oh, that be a question, my friend. The thing is, I don't know, are any computers really intrinsically bad? I always think of it more as being the software for it that's the problem, not the computer itself, but there are some really obscure computers out there. I mean, go back to the really early stuff, and you're not going to be having any fun with a Grundy New Brain, which is an amazing name, the Grundy New Brain for a computer. But doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing in and of itself. I did recently buy an Acorn Archimedes, which I need to check out. Certainly not a bad computer, but I'm very worried. Basically, I was speaking to the Nostalgia Nerd about it, and he said the problem with Archimedes is they have batteries in them that rot very quickly. And thank you, Canis Rufus UK. Yeah, and I need to open it up and make sure they have basically a battery and it hasn't gone horrible and leaked and ruined all the bloody motherboard. I also bought a Memotech. I forgot, was it M512? I forgot the number that comes after it. It's a computer I hadn't heard of until I saw one at the Centre for Computing History, and then one came up cheap on eBay. But it's astonishing. It's like same sort of time as the ZX Spectrum, but it has like sprite handling and stuff, and it's I'm sure it has massive downsides in other ways, don't get me wrong, but like the games were weirdly impressive for the time. But obviously since it's so obscure, there's bugger all in the way of software for it. I would still like to get a Sword M5. I do keep an eye out for those, but you don't see those very often. And ultimately what I'd really like is a Sam Coupe, but they are so expensive now, so expensive. And the Sam Coupe is just a bizarre thing. It's like a kind of half 8-bit, half 16-bit computer that can run 48k Spectrum games, but not 128k Spectrum games. It's very, very strange. MP83 asks, have you played Jet Set Willy online MMO? Oh, I have, back in the day. Yeah, loads of people at once. I don't remember not enjoying it much. But yeah, I do remember that being a thing. Oh, dearie me. Will there be any sort of stream upload like there used to be on YouTube? Yes, absolutely. I shall be uploading them. I'll probably upload this one to YouTube, my main channel, but just as a thing to say, if you want to see more of these, you're going to subscribe to Twitch, guys, and all that kind of stuff. And then afterwards, I'll probably make a new channel, I would have thought, for them maybe. Or maybe use extra channels. I don't know. I'm going to have a think on that. Right, what else is going on? Am I going to Gamescom in Cologne this year? Asked the others. Probably not, is the answer to that. That was an interesting answer, wasn't it? But no, it's very, very unlikely. Ooh, Mensky says a lot of OG Xboxes have a similar problem. They use a giant capacitor to keep the internal clock going and they all leak. I did not know that. I bought... I have my OG Xbox. I bought new from Argos for like 30 quid or something ridiculous, and it's barely been used, so I'd hope it's okay. But there we are, it's age, isn't it? Namco says that the Sam Coupe was what Alan Sugar should have been doing for the ZX Spectrum rather than hardware upgrades that came from his Amstrad range. Yes, that's probably correct. Yeah, the Sam Coupe was a weird thing, 'cause it felt like something that should have existed years earlier. Do you know what I mean? Just a Hair says, a Space Shuttle Project for NES was a game that I had and was confusing both as a kid and as an adult with a guide, but looked beautiful for the NES. Fair enough. I don't know anything about that game. Nothing at all. And thank you to Wild Bunny. Is my PO box closed? I've got a 10-year-old fruitcake. God, I'm sorry to hear that. The thing about fruitcake is it's probably still good. Oh, Crucky, he says, I think it's in the very first run of the OG Xbox has that problem. Mine would be from... like a really, really late one, because it was like literally 30 quid in Argos new, so that would have been from some of the very last ones made, probably. Do I mess with a Sharp X68000 emulator? Any plans to? Such an underrated computer. Yeah, I've spent a little bit of time with it, not a lot. It is a very underrated computer, that is true. I need to look into it more for future Terrible Old Games books and stuff. Am I planning to play Guild Wars again, Ashens? I love this. Did I play Guild Wars on stream? I remember playing Guild Wars very loosely. I think when I played Guild Wars, there wasn't really such a thing as online streaming, was there? I'm very confused. I've totally forgotten if I did that. My goodness. That's really worth a minute. Oh, Zotmeister with the hard questions. Any opinion on the King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters, Twin Galaxies, and all the Todd Rogers / Billy Mitchell upheavals? Well, King Kong Fistful of Quarters is like a really good documentary. But apparently it's mostly balls or something. Yeah, Twin Galaxies with a weird... we keep all the high scores for all the old arcade games. Sort of people, and dealt with Guinness Book of Records and all that. And yeah, there seems to have been some massive problem where it turns out Billy Mitchell had been cheating for years or something, and he was a character in EastEnders. It's a very sticky situation. I don't know enough about it really. And thank you for subscribing, Score Avensis. Gravelord Aaron, yes, I have briefly played the Dark Souls remaster. It's just exactly the same, pretty much as DS Fix Dark Souls on my computer, because I used to get decent frame rate in Blighttown. So. There we are. Oh my god, the Gurkha Man. You have opened a can of Mel Croucher's worms with someone mentioned the game Deus Ex Machina. Have you played it? And if so, what do you think about it? And thank you for subscribing, Keith Bond. It's like a playable musical, except nowhere near as good as that sounds. Yeah, right. Deus Ex Machina is mental. It's basically ZX Spectrum game, came in a cassette, but you also had to play the cassette, which had like music and voiceovers and stuff. And the idea was you were like a guy around the time of the French Revolution, I think, but you started off as like a sex cell and then grew him in the womb and then like went through all the different stages of his life until he died, and at the end were like given a score as how well you did. And thank you, all dreams fall down. It's really strange. And as the Gurkhaman quite correctly says, it's really not that good, to say the least. Actually, I haven't played it for donkey's years. I would consider going back to doing that. I'm not showing it emulate. Oh man, Oculus 2003. Have I played any of the Transformers games on the C64? Have I bloody ever, mate? Have I ever? I was obsessed with the first Transformers game on the C64, the weirdly bleak and empty one, where you could play as the Autobots, basically, weren't you? And thank you, Photogo918. And Nerdcubed. Farewell, my friend. Take care. Yeah, I got really obsessed with that for a period. Played it on Spectrum later, which I didn't like anywhere near as much, even though it plays almost identically. I don't know if there was something about the graphics on C64 that dragged me in or something. I also heard that if you did collect all the Energon cubes, thank you, Rugstickles, you would then obviously build the bloody Autobot logo, whatever the idea of the game was. Then apparently you could play as the Decepticons. I mean, they all sort of turned into aeroplanes and stuff, so I'm not at all sure about that. I don't know. Now, Zagrabista, yes. Mel Croucher, who, thank you, War Grandad, ran the Automata, or Automata, as he pronounced it, actually, and thank you, Wiggly Boots. Yeah, who made the game Deus Ex Machina, used to write these weird columns of Crash magazine. Yeah, they were really odd. Yeah, stuff about, as he says, US government using sonic weapons. And people hallucinating the moose from playing computer games too much. I remember that specific column. Oh my god, yes. Somebody who had a really early modem was sitting at his computer and hallucinated like a moose poking its head around the screen and walking off or something. Yeah. Oh man, that is a massive nostalgia hit for me. My goodness. Goodnessy gumdrops, which isn't a phrase, but it should be. Thank you, Shovelware House and Nymphina. Oh man, Two-Tone Chuck, did you ever play the Nomad Soul, that mental game with David Bowie in it? Now, I had a copy for Dreamcast. Do you know what? I never played it, and I don't have a copy anymore. Early David Cage game. He went on to do, Fahrenheit and all that kind of stuff. Oh, they released a Steam version of Deus Ex Machina on Steam. It syncs up with music and everything. I watched it on Play. I'd forgotten about that, the Gurkhaman. Yeah, they did do that. There was like a crowdfunding campaign to release it, wasn't there? Yeah, I should look into that. Zotmeister asks, if you could resurrect any classic game show and be the new host, what would it be? Yeah, it would definitely be Blockbusters. I really like Blockbusters. Might do some more of them, even though nobody really watched the first one and it cost a fortune to do, but there we are. If you're not doing weird crap because you enjoy it, what's the point in anything? I think I know what the moose was referring to. It was a very early virus, mostly on Macs. The moose would show up out of nowhere and talk to you and then puff away. Yeah, that sounds like the description I remember, Uncle You. That is absolutely correct. Vanguard Who asks, favourite character to play in any fighting game? Ooh. I do like Zangief. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a bit of Ryu. I like a bit of Dudley on occasion. Yeah, it's mostly Street Fighter characters, to be honest. Although I did always enjoy playing as Tiger in Tekken 3, mainly because you could just do such crazy computer dancing and trip people up and really, really annoy them. Can you sing You've Got the Touch from Transformers for us? Asks Meow Row Nom. No, because I can't remember how the tune goes, but I remember it being in there. Jason76. What's the one game that everyone raved about that you just don't get? Mine was the original Gears of War. I just couldn't hack it, but it was super popular among my classmates at the time. Yeah, I have exactly the same experience. I sat down with a friend, my friend Phil, if I recall, and we were quite excited to play it because we do love a good split-screen co-op, and it just bored the arse off both of us. It really just did not keep going, no. Ah, dear. Zotmeister says there was a US Blockbusters. It came first. Yeah, absolutely. In the 70s, I believe. I've never seen it, but dearie me. Right. I think we should pick. Oh, have I played the most? They've released a new EDF game! Arguable VHS tape. No, the last one I played was 4.1 on... oh, thank you, Steve from Go 8-Bit. Are you actually Steve from Go 8-Bit? If so, I met you once and you're a nice guy. I hope you're well. Yeah. God, I've got to get into... Oh, you shouldn't have told me that. I don't want to get any work done for the next month now. Oh, dearie me. I have that with Dark Souls, as Jilly D. I know blasphemy, but that game is frustrating as hell. Yes, I think that is entirely fair. Play Street Hassle on the C64. It says Grunthos, the Flatulent 1981. Oh, dearie me. Mensky, of course you're into EDF as well, aren't you, mate? 5 is coming soon, isn't it? It's out in Japan. Oh. I had Street Hassle for the Spectrum. It wasn't very good. Oh, it's Steve from Go 8-Bit. Yay! It is him, and I'm also nice, apparently. I'm not entirely sure that will entirely happen. tell Sam to get good. That will never happen. Oh, bless. I tell you what, Steve, I still haven't let Alec quite forget giving us that damn Star Wars game. Was it Rebel Assault 2? I looked into it a bit more, and it turns out it's actually relatively easy, but here's the thing. The version on Steam has to be set up very, very precisely for you to be able to play it properly. And, of course, that one wasn't. And that's why we could not get anywhere. Oh, dear. The joy of old games when the hardware changes fundamentally. Right. I think it was uncontrollable. We totally mugged you. Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks. Cheers. I think somebody should pick a game we can play. International Soccer says it's the one I can't read because it's light green on light grey. International Soccer, but for which format? For which format? I will commit it. Will I be trying the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, says K-Lag. Right, mate. Right. If you seriously think I'm spending money on those games that I've already bought 50 bloody times before, you'd be absolutely right, because I can't resist. Yeah, I'll be buying it again, because I want to play Street Fighter 3 again, even though I've got it on 43 formats already. Dearie me. Why do I do this to myself? A Neo Geo Pocket stream has been mentioned. That would be nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I could through an emulator, couldn't I? Fucking hell, we're doing that. Right. I say mental note. No, I'm literally writing that down. Oh, yeah. I love me some Neo Geo Pocket. I love it all. I love the beautiful little micro switch joystick. Amazing for playing fighting games on. Ah, dearie me. Right. Oh, Burning Rubber for the C64 Magical Taz. I remember that one. The first Nightmare game. No, Poisoned Owl. That is not happening. Play Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, Mickey, that ain't happening, mate. Bloody Buckaroo Banzai. Right. I'm gonna go through here and see what we've got going on. Akira on the Amiga, Uncle You. That's one of those ones that's on the list for the next Terrible Old Games book. It's been on this since the first one, actually. I have vague memories of a short circuit game on ZX Spectrum, says Crumpet Crew. Yeah. Jim Sterling will talk to you about that and how bad it was. Oh dear. Although saying that, is it the Commodore 64 version that's far worse, actually? It's almost impossible to get out of the second room. And this is a really ridiculous way to get past something that you'd probably never work out. Oh, dearie me. Right, I'm going to go through all the games on here and see what we can play. Play the games on the N-Gage, says Unknown Gains. That's interesting. Is there an N-Gage emulator? It must be by now, mustn't there? That is an interesting thought. I didn't mind the N-Gage. I mean, I wouldn't want to use it as a phone, because that would be bloody ridiculous. But, yeah, there was a really good shoot-'em-up played in it, a vertically scrolling one. Thank you, King of Carrot Flower. You sound like a man from a crazy thing. Oh, I got the Neo Geo Pocket last year, nearly a full UK set. Just some pricey games like Pocket Reversey left. Whoa! And thank you, Larry Cordner. £500 for a UK clamshell one. Oh, that's really painful. That's incredibly painful. Lamestain says, play Chaos on the Spectrum, a bloody good game. We are totally playing that at some point, but not the Spectrum version. We will be playing the public domain remake for the Atari ST, which is bloody fantastic. Really, really good. The new version of Chaos is quite good as well, that they kickstarted a few years ago from old Julian Gollop, bless him. I beat Short Circuit on the Spectrum and the game crashed, says the other. That does not surprise me. Oh, Metro Cos on the VCR. Ever find that Cow Postman game? No, I have not found bloody Cow Postman. That's getting a bit of a... a friend has a disc. I am convinced. I need to get him to go into his loft. And then we'll go in and probably find he doesn't have it anymore or something. But, yeah. Oh, dear. Fiendish Freddy's Big Top of Fun. A game I've never yet played. Anyway. Sweevo's World. I never liked those isometric games much. Really didn't. Right. I am going to go and pick up a game from this, the Viz game. Oh, yeah, Nostalgia Nerd wrote about that in my last book, and for good reason. Treasure Island Dizzy. Oh, no, I'm not doing Treasure Island Dizzy again. Have I got Daredevil Dennis for the BBC Micro? I can. I can get it very, very quickly. Right. Oh, people are working on Engage emulation? JJX B88? Oh, I thought that'd already be out. That's a shame. Oh, play the original Street Fighter, Zopu. No. Oh, man, that is a painful game. A painful game, I tell you. Yeah, you keep saying international soccer, but what format? The international soccer was released on many things. I seem to remember it not being that bad either, but I could be hideously, hideously wrong. Try Hide Lide 2 on the SNES. Oh man, I remember Virtual Hide Lide on the Saturn. That was a thing. Oh, dearie me. Buck Rogers. Oh man, did you know gaming? That was a good. Buck Rogers and the Planet of Zoom. I believe that was a heck of a thing. Is Cow Postman an ARG for the next Game Child? No, Cow Postman is not an ARG. It was just a really crap game that I cannot find hide nor hair nor reference to anywhere. It's not the only game we can't find anywhere, but usually you get something. There's always Stroker on the C64. There is Dr. Allosaurus, but I do know what that game is. Oh, dearie me. Mel Gibson Safari 3. Yeah, there's a Dave Firth reference. Right. The Tia Tech Street Fighter ports. A lot of people are saying original Street Fighter now. We could play the ST version of that and regret it for the rest of our lives. Do you know what? Maybe we should. I managed to get some annoying music playing. That was nice. I don't know if you can hear this music. Ah, I've managed to get it to stop. That was good. Outrun on Atari ST if you want to torture yourself. Yeah, it wasn't a good one, was it? Dearie me. I think... God, the Lost Patrol on the ST Namco's. Man, that is an old one. Man. Street Fighter 3. I love Street Fighter 3. Street Fighter 3, the finest of the Street Fighters. Although I haven't spent much time with 5 because, you know, it still doesn't seem to be finished yet. Thank you, Lardboy74. Right. I think the time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things. Of sailing boats, and sealing wax, and cabbages, and human killing machine for the Atari ST. This is basically what Tia Tex did after Street Fighter. They decided to make their own unofficial sequel. I have done a Terrible Old Games video on this, and it is just awful. And thank you, that person. Right. Let us begin again. Okay, that's a good start. This is the usual Tia Tex logo. No, I've just told it to reset. Ah, dearie me. This is such a bad game. All the images, including the sprites, are actually saved, I shit ye not, as PI1 files on the disk, enabling you to just go in and nick them and use them for whatever. It's in the drive. Oh, mind you, very few ST games use 2 drives. Oh man. Go on then. Oh. Perhaps I should have changed the disc when it said night fighting. Right. I might reset this and yeah. Astonishing. Oh, dearie me. Quan is strong. Quan needs 2 rock downs. Oh, man. Right, I'm totally swapping the disc this time. The disc swapping is happening. Oh, it's really hard to see which one's the second disc due to the way this works. There we are. And this time, all in the world is good. It's going to do exactly the same thing as now, I'm convinced already. Anything that involves a second disc today really isn't doing too well, actually, is it? Oh, there we are. Quan is strong. Quan needs 5 knockdowns, enemy needs 3 knockdowns. versus generic man, Igor. God, this gets worse every time I play it. If you're wondering if there's some problem with the stream, no, the game really does look like this. Oh, what? Basically, if you get anywhere near him, he beats you to death with his rifle. This is all you can do to avoid being killed. It's so bad, this game. Look, it's just hardly any energy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, got him. Got him in the corner. Now something will happen. Or at least it would if the controls did like... Oh no, don't actually try and attack him properly. He will kill you in seconds. For no one can beat the power of Igor. How many times do you have to... Oh no, no, no. Half my energy gone. Right, so I basically do no damage to him with each hit. And then he took half of mine. Oh, dearie me. Oh no! Thank you, whoever that was. Bean Beanie. Hang on. I think I need to change the order of that. It's appearing behind the emulator. Ah, I know why. Yeah, because I stuck the emulator in the last second thing. There are no words to describe the pain. Yay, there we are. Right. Oh, man. This is so much... Still a more balanced game than Street Fighter V, says Ranica. Didn't notice Quan had a beard. Yes, he does have a beard. This is true. Frank RTWIW. Quan is emotionally strong, yeah, because he's not strong. I swear I used to be able to beat this guy easier than this. Ah, here we are. Just got to give him optimal range. Oh, okay, that was bad. I don't know what Quan is doing here. Cleaning the floor with his shoes. Actually, is he wearing shoes, or are they those things that protect the tops of your feet when you're kickboxing? I think that. Oh, Quan. Oh, blimey, no, I've done it. How can anybody release this game? I mean, we talk about the time of no quality control, but bloody hell, I mean, when they were writing it, didn't they think, this won't work? Oh. Also, famously in Crash Magazine, one of the reviewers gave it 99.9% because the person reviewing it was literally the PR person for the game who they brought in to help because they thought it would be funny. It was not funny. It was incredibly annoying and damaged people's faith in the magazine. Oh. I don't think I can be bothered. So, oh, hang on. Right, this seems to be the answer. This low punch. It does more damage and hits more often. You're going to fall over at least twice, Igor. I've decided this is in your destiny. Yay! I like the way he lays somehow across the street. Like he's a giant. I also like the way you press the button and sometimes something will happen if it feels like it, you know. Right, while this is going on, let's can't read your name. Tell us what version of International Soccer you want to see played, and we'll give it a go. Oh yeah, Eagle's going down. Imagine if you watched like an MMA fight and this is what happened. A bloke just waved a gun around while somebody else did weird punches into his hands. Thank you, SSL6678, mainly for proving that now works properly. Oh no! I've accidentally jumped! Oh. I mean, I could walk away and try and recharge my health, but that's not going to work too much. Oh, Igor. Thank you, Doc Sigma. I know your name from something. Right, oh god, it's Shepsky, isn't it? Oh. I like the way the picture in the top right looks nothing like him, and it was clearly drawn by a different chap. Oh dear. What is going on here? Answer is a brutal beating of a dog. I've got to beat it 4 times now. Oh. Oh, JRMHD91. Thank you for cheering me up slightly in this dark hour. If I remember, this is like literally all the frames of animation he has. He has like 2 or 3. The dog, I mean. As I say, you could just load them into Neochrome, whatever, and look at them. Also, so is this like an official competition? Or is Quan just literally travelling around the world beating the shit out of random people and animals? I mean, he fights a bull later and a bullfighter. Oh god. Look at that! 1 hit from Shepsky and all the health is gone. Oh look, mine's actually slowly going back up. Shepsky apparently can't walk. Oh! I dared him into it. Curse this game. Curse every bite of it. There was a waiter. He just beats up a random waiter at one point. Goes for some very stereotypical looking terrorists in Beirut. So I can make my own 3-frame fighter sprites, a bit like Mugen. So it's like, oh, badass. Yes! God, we did start messing about with the graphics in it, but yeah, it's just, yeah. Oh, come on, please. Please. Please, Shepsky. Just go home and be a family dog. Yes! Right, in we go. No, no, don't get close to him. No man can survive being close to Shepsky. Don't stand up for too long, because that's instant death. Oh, blimey. The shins are the weak point in this game. Said somebody there, I missed that. I wonder if these characters are in salty beds. Imagine that, Blobberman, imagine that. Oh my goodness, we did it. We did it. Oh. Oh. Hopefully the next character's corrupt or something, that'd be great. There we are. It's now Maria, if I remember her name, in Germany, outside a nightclub. But also, again, the picture even has different hair this time. And if I remember in the game's instructions, Maria is described as a prostitute. So, great. And as was the next character. So, yay. I don't think I've ever got this far. I mean, I remember fighting Maria back in the day. She would jump occasionally was the problem. And she's doing... Oh, God. Oh, when she's on this side, she has super reach. Look! Basically... Nobody has ever... But she does look like the girl from Futurama, like Leela. Yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, dear. Yeah. 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 I'm going to see if there's a copy of International Soccer for the... I'm just going to fade this out because it is an absolute monstrosity that I don't ever want to think about again ever in my entire life. What if there's an International Soccer for the ST? Or does it predate? International Sports Challenge, that's not it. Emlyn Hughes International Soccer Challenge. Nah, it's too generic. Oh no, the C64 version of International Soccer originally came in a cartridge free when we bought the machine. Oh man, that was the worst. Oh, I remember with my cousin who had a Commodore 64. We would change the colours of the teams as you could, and you could sort of change their skin colour, and it ended up looking like a team of refs fighting against a team of zombies. That always sticks in my mind and was the worst thing ever. Oh, dearie me. Oh, my God. My God. That is a serious thing. Then we went off and played Bruce Lee instead, because Bruce Lee is quite a wonderful game. Ah, dearie me. Sensible Soccer was the best game to make leagues based entirely around different types of sausage, says JP Ronnie. You are correct. You are absolutely correct. I cannot disagree with you on that in any way, shape or form. Right. I am going to give you guys a little bit of a horror here. If I can find it. That's not it. Bear with me. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to go through this... oh, here we are. Right. Trying to go through this giant spreadsheet and it's given me too many damn findings. Gotcha! Right. Oh, we got something now. Not Moonstone tonight, Bed Bugs Bites, but we will at some point in the future. Did I ever play the 3DO fighting game Shadow War of Succession? Asked Shattenmensch. No, I have a 3DO, but annoyingly it's one of the ones that you can't burn your own games for, which is incredibly frustrating. No wonder I got it so bloody cheap. Oh dear. I've not seen that one. I've done the obvious other one, Way of the Warrior or whatever it was, but I also have original copies for my Jaguar of Kasumi Ninja and Ultra Vortec. Ultra Vortec's not very good, but Kasumi Ninja seems like the greatest thing in the world next to it. Please play the old Killer Instinct games. I was never a fan of Killer Instinct, Cornflakes. I really wasn't. Okay. Time for the Strider 2 disc. It's on the same Pirate Compact. Metrocross is on the same Pirate Compact SD disc as IK Plus. That makes it the best card disc ever. Yes. Didn't it have Pac-Mania on it as well, or was that one of the others? Oh man, that was one of the best discs ever, Mensky. You are absolutely right, my friend. Right. So I'm going to go for Midway Boys 102. Or at least I would, if I could find the damn thing. Right. Bum ba da bum. Midway Boys. Oh, with the debug. 102, right. We're there, guys. I shall copy this into the correct directory, so then it can sit there forevermore and just basically confuse me. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is look for it. Where the hell is it? There it is. Right. Okay, we're going to switch back. Don't worry. It's not going to actually move. Reset. Oh, yeah. Midway Boys Protector 3. Now, there's something from the past. So, oh my god, didn't have enough room for a... or was this one of the later days when they couldn't be bothered? I can't remember. Didn't have enough room for an intro. So, Badlands. Badlands, if I remember, was basically Ivan Iron Man Stewart's super off-road with guns. But Strider 2. Now... there is an official Strider 2, so to speak, which was released on the PlayStation 1. I don't think it was in the arcades. It's a really good game anyway. Strider 2 on the 16-bit computers was something, and probably the 8-bits, yeah, definitely 8-bits actually, was produced by Tiertex, who did the... oh, was it Tiertex? Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'm sure it was Tiertex. But basically, it's like that sort of semi-official sequel where they had the license and they thought, do you know what? I'm going to make me a bloody game. Nope, no trainers here. We are not cheaty men, except when we close doors. Same music. System font down the bottom. Tiertex! We are the monsters. Enough. So, this is the game where Strider turns into a robot. Oh, apparently the audio's gone weird. Oh, no. That's odd, because it's fine on my end. Oh, look at that frame rate. Alan Strider's got a gun now, but he can only shoot while standing still, because drugs... What's that bird shooting? Who's shooting at me? How do you go up? I can't actually remember. Oh man, this is much worse than I remembered. I remember it being like virtually unplayable. Haha! Eat things, evil robot. Up we go. Up we go again, because why not? And again. Okay, this is annoying. Oh god, Mensky, yes, you did replay this for Terrible Old Games too, didn't you? Oh, bless your heart. I need that energy. Yay, got the energy. Oh, I can climb the wall, which is pointless. Great. Notice a lot of reused sprites from their conversion of the original game. Oh, jump, jump, jump. Oh, blimey. Oh, man. Do you know, I have really negative memories of this, and I remember my friend Andrew buying it for the ST, but this is much worse than I recall. Whoop. I thought energy was health, but it's not at all. Right. Here we are, robot! Oh no, it's an orb. It's doing the orbs for us. Protecting me from non-orbs, I don't know. Oh yeah, that was weird. Here we are in some sort of cryogenic chamber or something. Right, so you collect all the energy, then you turn into the robot. Is that it? Aha! Death to you all. Oh, thank you, Cephalos. Right. I've somehow lost all my energy there, so that's good. By energy, I mean health. All you can do is run around mashing a button and then explode. Right. I may not play the final life because I need to live, and this game convinces me that's a bad idea. The gun is totally pointless because you just stand here and shoot things, but as the enemies come in infinitely from either side. The original designer of Strider also made a spiritual 4-player sequel called Moondiver on 360 PS4. Why have I not heard of this? Is it good? Oh look, energy, actual energy. Health energy, yay. Whee! I've just... one of the worst things is this is reminding me how good Strider 2 on the PlayStation was. Oh, no. That is a misjump. I'm taking the flak for that one. Oh no! Yay! Just jump and not get stuck on things for 10 seconds. Is that feasible, Strider? Oh, Hiru, you've seen better days. Right. I'm probably not taking the best route for this. Aha! My gun fires stilettos, like Sly Rax's mask. There's a bit of a skill for this one. Oh, right, that robot's ultra tough. Is that where you're supposed to turn into the robot to kill it? Oh my goodness. Nope, you can't move while firing, I'm afraid, willy-nilly. That would be too much like fun. You just have to swing your sword in a way that makes no sense. I'm going to see if I can run away to another building. I can! Ah! Free health. Just keep going forever. I think that may be literally what's happening, actually. Oh, wow. Oh, come on. Oh, I thought it didn't have any frames of animation for a second. I was going to say. Ooh. Yay! I've turned a robot for some reason. Oh, I should have been higher up and been able to shoot that more. Also, all the sprites for this were also saved as an image file, so there's a thought for you. Tier text, yay! This noise is super annoying. I presume you can blow this up eventually. Do you remember, Bitsky? Osman was the arcade sequel to Strider. Yeah, kind of dehumanization, it was. Where's it gone? Did I kill it? No, it's back again. Oh, I can't be arsed. I'm just to drive off a cliff. This was a bad mistake. I'm now stuck! Because the robot can only go left and right. And I can't even shoot the damn helicopter because that can go through walls and I can't... Oh, there we are. No way! No way! Oh... Oh my goodness. Man. There aren't any giant robot gorillas in this one, are there? Avoid the Van de Graaff generator. Out. Whoa, no! That was not my plan. Oh, he's going to blow up now. Wow, that's so much worse than I remember. And I remember it being like virtually unplayable. That's really, really bad. Really goddamn bad. Oh! Well, on the plus side, I quite like some of the designs of the robots. That's about the nicest thing I can say about this. Do-do-do. Oh, dearie me. So there we are. Now you know that there was a home-only sequel to Strider 2 made in 1990. Thank you, Pixel Guff. It's amazing to think they couldn't even be bothered to make new bloody music for it. Anyway, we should probably wrap up now. Let's have a bit of a chat for a few minutes and then that'll do us. Let's get the funky backdrop back. Yay, funky backdrop. Ah, blimey. Well, I think this has taught us one thing. I have to play Hero Quest at some point, the Amiga version. And beforehand, I'm going to check to see... No, the Amiga version comes on one disc. I know that because I have a disc for it. There we are. Ah, dearie me. What's my favourite arcade conversion? Sorry, I really can't work your name out. It would be Renegade for the ZX Spectrum because it is noticeably superior to the arcade game, which is so insane if you think the hardware of a Spectrum versus the hardware of an arcade machine. But it is absolutely astonishing. Just much more fun to play, basically. Which is never a bad thing, because that's what you're in it for. Have a bit of the old fun in it. Do I have the Zelda CDI games, Banana Slayer? Yes. Yes, I do. I absolutely do have the Zelda CDI games. Not the originals. I did have an original of The Wand of Gamelon back in the day. I bought it for like £5 somewhere, and then years later sold it for like 70. That was great. That is the only positive thing, really. Oh dear. Does the brown sofa get used as a sofa? Asks CG Live. Not anymore. Until very recently it was. But now it is just a single part of it remaining, used only for filming on. And is there a P.O. box I can send some out-of-date mayonnaise to? I hope not. And I don't have one. So, phew. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually, Dana Chris. Let's see if I can do the WHD, which is installing like Amiga games to a hard drive on an actual Amiga. That's not a bad idea, actually. That's not a bad idea at all. Am I doing anything for Guru Larry's Fact Hunt book? Asked Jason96. Yes, I am. I certainly am. But I need to get my arse in gear and actually write it for him, actually. Are you ever going to play the CDI Zelda games? I hope not. I bought one and played one, and I really don't want that to ever happen to me again, Chris Highwind. Oh dear. Besides, everybody knows about them anyway. Everybody. Sorry, I've got something stuck in my tooth. It's really annoying me. Am I using Elgato? Says to Wild Bunny. I do have a capture device, but not plugged in at the second. I need to speak to Elgato, actually. They've got a thing called a cam link, which may enable me to stream reviews and stuff, which sounds very interesting to me. I met somebody from Elgato a couple of weeks ago at a thing. That's a completely pointless bit of information for you. But it happened. It did happen. So my favourite American sweets, Uncle You, Jolly Ranchers. But my absolute favourites, Swedish fish. I love Swedish fish. And fortunately, they are very, very easy to get hold of these days. Reap Madness says, do I know of any classic arcades left in the Birmingham area? It is my quest to find a point-blank machine again. I saw a point-blank machine recently at... you got to go to the Play Expos. They're doing one in London soon. They are just really good events, but also they do have a point-blank machine there pretty much every time, I believe, which is great. For it is the greatest thing. Oh man, Rockhead Rumple, Bishy Bashy. I still have a copy of Bishy Bashy Special. I think that may be a lie, actually. I don't think it's my original copy. I think somebody else gave me one years later. But anyway, I definitely have a copy of Bishy Bashy Special, and it is wonderful. Have I gotten the chance to play any of the Mario RPGs? Asks Lady Mage. The answer to that is no. I've never played any of the Mario RPGs. And I don't ever plan to. That's a lie. I might do one day. Did you know gaming? Bishy Bashy. Did you go into gaming? We'll get together at some point in the future and we should stream Bishy Bashy Special. How's that? If I can get it to work decently in an emulator. Or, fuck it, we'll just get a PlayStation and capture it. How's that? Oh, man. Have I played any of the Cauldron games on stream? I don't think I have, Dana Chrysalis. Or I might have done. I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, 1 and 2 for C64. Yeah, best versions, I believe. And the horrible, awful Super Cauldron on Amiga. That's nothing to do with the others. I did not know there was a Super Cauldron. That surprises me. That does surprise me. Pedgeth asks, will the pub quiz for Norwich Gaming Fest make it online at any point? I wouldn't have thought so, because it's not the sort of thing you can film, mate. I think that is very, very unlikely. Did I hear about Star Citizen having a DLC pack that costs $27,000? That is a weird thing, isn't it? I mean, the game's coming on, but it's like, it's so... Would it ever be finished? Because they want to put so much stuff in it. I keep seeing alpha versions of it every so often, but blimey. Have I played Nier Automata? It's my favourite video game, says I Love 2B. Very briefly, it was alright. It was a bit Dark Soulsy. It didn't quite cut it for me, but I would go back and try it again. I certainly would. Oh, Mensky. Bishy Bashy PS3. That's a good shout. That is a good shout. I think I might just actually capture it from a original PlayStation, though. Image will be a little bit soft, but never mind. Have you ever played UFO Cayman Yakosoban? Isn't that noodles? On SNES. Beat 'em up with fire, ram and noodles, there we are, and soy sauce at bad guys. That sounds astonishing, Skittlebrow, and that is the kind of game we need more of in this world. Jason96 says, have you seen Solo yet? No, I have not seen it as yet. Oh, thank you to Wild Bunny. Which games do you hope to play on this stream in the future? Well, I've already got written down. Definitely going to play the Killjoy remake, some Neo Geo Pocket stuff, Chaos, multiple versions possibly, Moonstone. Moonstone is going to happen, possibly next time, because I love me some Moonstone. I could also complete it. I probably won't stream, because I'll be out of practice these days, but yeah. Uncle You says, I've just looked up the Star Citizen DLC pack. Forbes article says, alleged video game Star Citizen offering 27,000 back. Alleged? Yeah, what do you mean alleged? It exists. You can play it. I mean, it's not finished, but, you know, it's like alpha. I would just find that odd when people claim it's vaporware or something. It's like, no, they are repeatedly writing it. But people just go weird and, like, pay thousands of pounds for non-existent spaceships for a game that might never actually exist fully. It's an odd one, isn't it? Did I ever play Elvira, Mistress of the Dark on Amiga, says McGrath. I did. I bloody well did. It was like a bit of a dungeon mastery thing with really excellent graphics. It was Horrorsoft, wasn't it? So it would do. Big Bad Tommy, did you pledge for the Spectrum Vega Plus? Of course not. I knew exactly who was making it, so I did not even consider it for a fraction of a second. Tell you what I did pledge for. The Spectrum Next. This old Enrique Olivier, who is a good guy. And that is going to be a very good thing when that comes out. Sorry, just scurrying down here. These are mostly replies to things. Am I any good at pinball, Zuckmeister? Not really. Is my answer to that. It's like Slam Tilt on the Amiga. And obviously Pinball Dreams, Pinball Fantasies and Pinball Illusions. Because they're all fantastic. Did you play Postal 2, Rockhead Rumple? Yeah, it's a bit crap, wasn't it? It was one of those sort of shock value for FPSs that wasn't really that much fun. And it didn't quite work for me. I thought the first game was better. It's incredibly difficult, but and deeply unpleasant, obviously. But yeah, the FPS one didn't really do it for me. There was a 3, wasn't there? Did you know Gaming mentioned that to me the other day? I didn't even know there was like a Postal 3, but apparently it was a bit shite. Did I ever play Snatcher on the Mega CD? I never did, Misspent Gaming. That's something I would like to get round to at some point in the future, though. Right. I think the time has come, my friends, to end this very stream. We're at it nearly 3 hours, and only 2.5 of that was trying to get Space Crusade to work. Did they still update Postal 2, Indiana Jason? Seriously, mate? Whoa! And again, whoa! And possibly even a third time. What? No. But bloody hell, that's impressive, because that game is ancient. I mean, really ancient. Deary me. Right, anyway, we shall have one more question. Then I shall escape. And there's a great one here from Zopu already. Did you know there is an Italian rip-off of every Disney animal movie mixed together, where Simba gets lasers and a flying cape? No, but that sounds bloody fantastic. I kind of need that in my life. Always a load of Mr. Weeble emotes. Marvellous. Anyway, take care, folks. For stream ends now. Thank you for crusading through space with me. And actually, we did it, didn't we? And it got really close to the wire. That's probably quite an exciting... that's about as exciting as Space Crusade could get, I think. What a thought. Anyway, bye, folks. Bye.